You know what it is. I'm going to have to go out and do a bunch of promotion for satellite at some point, although I don't know when I'm doing that.
I was going to say, aren't you going to start soon?
I don't know. I don't see any plan.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I really don't. I don't know.
Somebody better be doing something.
The only one doing something is me. I was on the phone all weekend. I have a book now that I write every one of my ideas just for satellite, and I'm taping things in there, pasting. Don't ask what's going on.
But nobody's got put together like a media plan, a media rollout?
No, I don't know what's going on. Everyone's very relaxed over there, so.
They have a publicity department?
Yeah. I think it's Ross Zapin.
It's weird how it snuck up on us. Like last month when I did Conan, they were like, well, what do you want to mention? I'm like, well, at the end, I should mention that we're going to satellite, you know.
Well, Scott Greenstein's confusing the hell out of me. He'll call me up one day and he goes, you gotta get the channels up. You gotta get the channels on the air. I'll go, calm down, you know. You guys just decided to do this channel a month ago or a week ago. We got to put something good on the air. All right. No. You got to put something on the air. Put anything. I don't care. Put something. You can't. Technically, we can't. Engineers have to be informed. And I go, where were you a year ago? That's what I was telling you. I said, well, first we're going to have to hire a program director. I said, and then we're going to institute my ideas, but not until there's time.
Right.
Then he'll call me up the next day. I go, okay, we're going to do the farting bit on Thursday. He goes, no, we can't do anything. It's good. It was silent. Don't do anything.
What? He likes the silence?
Right, yeah. So I go, what? I go, what do you mean? He goes, well, you can't do anything. I think Mel tells him what to think, and then I don't know what's going on over there. Because the guy does this complete...
So no farting this Thursday?
No, we're doing the farting.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
but I didn't
he's a hard
see
guy
any
to read.
of the scrolls.
Got to do that.
I know. Then there was a whole thing with the scrolls, so there was no scrolls. But I figured out something with the farting bit.
What?
So Thursday, we do this test run. It's driving me nuts that those channels are up and I'm not doing anything with them yet. You know, even though I'm the one screaming to be patient.
Yeah.
So, I got Gary, what's the farting lineup? You got that all set? I got Will the Farter doing 6 to, I think, 11.
6 to 11?
Or 6 to 10. I'm not sure. Where's Gary? He knows.
Because if that's the morning you're talking about, that's Dan.
No, is it Dan? Yeah, I don't know. I'm waiting to hear the lineup.
Yeah, we made Dan the morning guy last we heard here.
Fafa, you around or?
Everybody's out there maybe looking for that Tom thing, I think.
I got the Tom thing, but I'll play that in a second.
Well, everybody disappeared. I thought that's what we were doing.
Where's Fafa Folai? Where were you? In the can?
I was editing.
Oh. Anyway, so what are you editing?
Gary Garver went to the filming of American 𝗛𝗲𝗿.
Oh, that's a big deal.
Oh, I didn't know that they were actually in production.
He said that was so much worse than the blank story.
I don't know when the word anal became taboo around here. It's just I got to get out of this place. But if it's the last thing I ever do.
Gary Garver said he left after the third
I said if it's the last thing I ever do.
He's not here.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, he's running around too.
I'll take care of it.
We gotta get out of this place. If it's not, if we ever do.
All right.
But Gary Garver was saying it was so much more disgusting than that other thing. He left after the third guy for the American 𝗛𝗲𝗿. And then he also tried to interview O.J. this weekend.
How'd that go?
It didn't. And I'll tell you, you know what, when we play his tapes, we'll have him on the phone because he got some stories.
Was this the weekend that O.J. was at that convention?
Yeah, I'll tell you what happened. O.J. went to...
Wait. Wasn't I talking about something else? Everyone's all over the place.
Yeah, but he just brought up O.J.
What was he talking about?
You were talking about the farting thing.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You wanted the lineup.
Give me the lineup.
Okay, the lineup, not confirmed, would be Dan the Farter from 6 to 10, Debbie the Queen from 10 to 2, Junior the Farter from 2 to 6, Will the Farter from 6 to 10, and then we just got a hold of Travis the Farter. We couldn't find him, but he found us because he heard we were talking about him. And also, you know...
Well, when is Travis going to be on?
Well, we still have slots to fill, so I haven't...
Oh, hold it. Start again. 6 to 10 a.m. is who?
Dan.
Is Dan real strong?
Yeah, you put him there. Yes, he is.
That's not what I asked you. I asked you, is Dan real strong?
I think they're all strong.
Because Junior's the strongest Farter, right? When is he going?
He's 2 to 6. He's midday.
Oh, good. No, that's called afternoon drive.
After the drive.
All right, let me hear it again. Start from the beginning.
Okay. Dan the Farter, 6 to 10.
Did Dan really blast him?
Yes.
He's good.
Absolutely. Is he really, really good?
I think he's good, yeah.
He's never choked on us.
He's one of our Hall of Famers, yeah.
The only
It says here Dan the Farter is probably out. Is that right? Who knows that?
I don't know. I have to find... I mean, we called these guys, and then I sort of...
What's going on, Will?
It doesn't look like Dan's going to be able to take off work.
Oh, so why doesn't Dan do a night shift? And let's put Junior down into the mornings.
I'll move him.
I mean, we got to get this. This is huge.
Yeah, when I spoke to him last week, he couldn't do Monday, but he thought if he had a little bit more time, he could get the time off. So I wasn't aware of that. All right, so we'll move him. So would you rather have Junior in the morning?
Who's the strongest farter we got? That's morning drive. First guy to sign on the station. It's got to be somebody who can really blast it.
I can't remember who's better, Junior or Will. Those are the two strongest. I just can't.
All right, so put Junior in mornings and put Will on in the afternoon drive. Those are the two strongest guys.
Yeah, Junior's good.
𝗵𝘵𝗄𝗿𝗱's a real crowd pleaser. She's good.
You can put Dan at the 6 to 11 slot.
6 to 10.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, Travis, who we hadn't seen in a while, he turned up.
He's good.
We're going to see if we can get him in and fill one of the slots. And then, remember Jen, the amputee chick?
Yeah.
She claims to be a really good queefer.
No, I don't want that.
You don't want that? Even
I want farting.
Okay, well, I need more people to fill 24 hours.
Well, then what?
In other words, I have...
Where's all your farters?
That's them. That's what we have. That's everybody.
What about that kid who came in and broke the world's farting record?
I think that's Junior.
No, there was a little kid.
Bubba, you're not doing your research.
That's Junior.
You're not on top of your game.
I don't know the farters that well.
Well, look them up in a computer.
We did. No, we looked up everyone that we had.
We had a number of challenges in here.
Yeah, well, what's up?
No, we looked up every farter we have.
What happened to that little kid?
Either their number is no longer working, numbers have been disconnected. A lot of these, they were on the show a while ago. We no longer have working numbers on them.
Well, all right, so let's put out the bulletin. You got to let me know that.
But I said that last week. I said we need more.
All right, but you got to say it again. I don't know what happens over the weekend. What's the matter with you? How do you not tell me something like that?
We're still
you thought the lineup was full?
We're still putting it together.
Of course I did. I leave that up to Baba Boo.
No. And then there's another note. You didn't see a note from the guy over at that said that he only wants to go to 11. I'm not saying that's what you want.
Listen, listen to me, Baba Booey. I'm not kidding.
No, I got you.
I want you to listen to me.
I was getting conflicting reports.
Don't listen to anyone over there. They give you a different story every 5 minutes. Only listen to one man. Me. I'm a genius. Who's in charge?
Of what?
Of what?
Of what exactly?
Of you. Of this. Our thing.
That could have been a wrong answer because the answer could have been
who is in charge?
Because you're always in charge.
Right. That's the right answer. Okay. Now you're talking.
How can you get that confused?
How do you confuse that after 20-something years?
Because you could have been who's in charge of this project.
No, who's in charge of you?
You.
Right.
Even that question he can't get right.
It could have gone another way.
You know what I know? I know one day he's going to break, and I'm going to have to fight him. Because I'm telling you.
Like physically?
Yeah.
You don't want
He's wild.
You don't want to fight.
Oh, my goodness.
He's going to beat me up. I need security.
If I haven't beat you up by now, why would I?
I don't know. Sometimes, you think Ronnie, the limo driver, could beat you up if you went berserk?
No, I'm thinking at this point Ronnie's not beating up anybody.
Seriously, do you think Ronnie? Let's say you went berserk one day.
Right.
All right, I'm pushing you to the edge, and all of a sudden you lose it like a postal worker.
I think it's whenever anybody goes berserk, I think it's hard. It would be hard for Ronnie.
Do you get the confidence that Ronnie would be able to put you down?
He might. But, I mean, I can't tell you it's a slam dunk that he could.
First of all, he'd have to be around, which he never is when conflict breaks out.
Right. I think Baba Booey could take Ronnie out. That's
and secondly, once Baba Booey gets going, Ronnie's not getting started with it.
See, with a security guy, there shouldn't be a question. It should be like one of those guys where, they prevent fights just by looking at them.
Has Ronnie ever put anyone down?
I don't know.
Yeah, he one day held Beetlejuice back.
That's good.
Got Beetlejuice out of the way.
I worry about that. I mean, Ronnie tries to walk around like a tough guy, but I don't even know that he could hold you back.
See, I always assumed that somewhere on Ronnie there was like a taser or something.
I don't know. I don't see him. He carries a beeper.
Remember how, at one time, he used to say, could he take Casey? At this point, I'm not sure he could take Luis.
I got to tell you, I love Ronnie to death. There was never a moment where I thought that if Casey lost it, and there were days in here that I thought he could. I thought that Casey would have ripped the poles off the wall.
Well, remember the A.J. John fight? A.J. bounced off of Casey. He tried to run hit Casey's chest and fell down.
Yeah, I mean, what's he going to do? Like Sean from Beetlejuice. Sean's a huge guy. He could squash Ronnie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't look to Ronnie for that much.
Hey. What is his credentials? Where are they?
His credentials are that he drives. He has a license.
No, wait a second. Now, didn't Ronnie go to some sort of training? Didn't he go to become a... No, seriously.
Where?
I thought he became like a licensed security guard or something. Not security guard, but security person.
I don't know.
Has he ever been tested?
I don't know.
Maybe we should hire Eli.
I know that Ronnie started a security company, and I think that he had to get some sort of training.
Yeah, he's a good guy, but... I don't think he has an ounce of training or skills.
He must be mad because he's not in here yet.
Where is he?
I don't know.
Let's ask him about his skills.
He's afraid.
Rod's refusing to go in the studio.
What's your problem?
What's your problem?
He's just sitting in that chair out there.
Oh, steaming.
Security guy scared to come in?
I'm pretty sure you could beat up Ronnie.
Well, and we always used to have that conversation about, like, what if Fred ever lost? That Fred would just flail like...
I know Fred could beat up Ronnie.
Yeah. I think you know what I think you could take? I think you could probably take Benji.
I don't even see, like, Ronnie going to karate class on weekends. You know what I mean?
I watch Ronnie walk around here. He's not even going to chase anybody down.
Have you got any kind of resume that I should be looking at?
For security?
Yeah, really. Have you taken any kind of... Do you have any skills? Have you ever taken taekwondo, jiu-jitsu, anything?
Do you know chokeholds?
Give us an answer. Give me your resume.
I don't have anything to say.
Do you know
You got any kind of weapon?
I got nothing to say to you.
You got weapons?
I got nothing to say.
You got a nunchuck? You got anything? You got brass
Those
knuckles?
Chinese stars, anything?
Do you have brass knuckles?
Sure. Do you know where to kick a guy?
Seriously, could you beat up Gary? I'm being honest.
How do I know?
See, now a security guy should not be in question.
Have you ever done hand-to-hand combat?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah, hand-to-hand combat.
Where?
Out in the hall. Me and JD, we went.
Have you ever, seriously, do you take any kind of, like, training on the weekends or skills or anything? You do?
Yeah.
Where do you go?
My house.
You train at your house?
Yeah, I train.
He's a bow hunter, I know.
In my backyard.
He gets mad because he wants to have mad skills, but he doesn't have them.
I mean, he's not like a former security
would you do?
officer or a police officer.
What would you do if Danny Bonaducci attacked me?
Laugh.
You would laugh?
Yeah.
Anybody looking for security work? Anybody got any kind of skills they want to call in and give me a resume?
I got one in the car. I got a resume from a guy. You want it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bring it in.
I'll give it to you.
How many push-ups can you do?
None.
I think I could take them.
I'm sure you can.
Anything else?
What do you carry?
All he's got is a bad attitude.
You got a really badass attitude, I'll give you that.
Sometimes it's all you need.
He's living on rep.
I think I'm Ronnie's security.
Right.
I think I'm doing security for him.
Exactly. You're taking care of him.
Yeah. What's with the attitude, man? I'm asking for your skills. What are they?
I don't have any.
He's going to snap.
I mean, this is your boss. It's his job to give. He should be able to require a certain amount of expertise.
What?
I know one person he can kill. Oh, Robin.
I'm not coming out of this room. I'm locking the doors.
He's going to kill her.
I've seen you fight. I'm pretty sure you could take him out.
I don't know. I mean, but I think that Artie's point is well taken. It shouldn't be
a question. Like when those guys come in here with P. Diddy, you don't ask.
There's a guy that stands at the door, and he folds his arms, and he never, like, you ask him questions, he doesn't answer. I'm like, excuse me, can I get in there?
Ronnie's he's giving me the stare down, like he's got something going on. Like, hey, man, you don't even know
I don't have anything going on.
It's a secret. I'm so powerful.
I don't have anything going on.
He's got a secret.
My hands are lethal weapons.
I have a secret.
What's your secret?
To be left alone. That's my secret.
I know you wear tight shirts.
I wear tight shirts.
You got those tight shirts.
I got those tight shirts.
It's not a good look for you. You got love handles.
I really don't care.
Yeah, but dude.
All right, dude, what's your problem?
Why would you wear a tight knit shirt if you got
I have a jacket on. You don't see it, okay? I'm not going to, what am I going to wear? A baggy, like, 10 extra large shirt? That's
just one that doesn't show your love handles.
It doesn't show my love handles, okay?
Ronnie wears nice.
So what's your point in this whole deal?
I don't know. Just if Gary goes berserk, are you going to be able to handle things?
What's your point?
I just
Gary's going to go berserk now?
What if he went berserk? Could you handle him?
We already had one person go berserk up here.
Can you handle that?
I handled it fine.
You did?
Yeah, I handled it, I think, very well.
Who went berserk?
Casey.
Okay.
No.
Casey.
Who went berserk?
Gary
Busey?
No.
Who?
I thought I handled Gary Busey.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of who went
He
berserk.
wasn't even around.
Somebody. Oh, I know who he's talking about.
Oh.
Yeah, we can say it. It was at that time that Beetlejuice's manager got mad at Tom.
Oh.
You handled that?
You handled that?
Yeah, I think I handled it very well.
Although I have to say, when Sean and I were talking last week, he had a different version.
Yeah, I know what he said. I understand that. But it came out to be a whole different thing when he was here, when it happened.
Hey, Nelson, what's up?
Hello, how you doing?
Hey.
Yeah, you calling one of your experience on security?
Yeah, what do you do? What are your skills?
Well, I'm out in California. I work the AM shift, but I work corporate security. I've also worked out in Hollywood on occasion.
Ever kill a guy?
Well, let's just say I made them wish they were hurting.
Have you ever killed a man?
No comment.
Interesting.
You got to speak up. I got a low phone.
Do you actually want to kill her?
No.
Well, I need a really angry black guy. Are you an angry black guy?
No.
No, I'm not an angry black guy. The only one angry at probably is Ronnie.
Britney Spears has got an angry black guy.
Sure.
Oh, I think I fit your bill. I'm like a former football player, well over 6.5 feet, about 275.
Pro ball?
No, just college.
Yeah, you got skills?
Oh, yeah. Uncle Sam taught me all that.
What do you do? What'd you do in the Army?
No comment.
What do you mean, no comment?
Come on,
I'm
man.
giving you an interview.
Navy SEAL? What were you?
Were you a Navy SEAL?
Oh, hold on. My boss is coming. I got to go. Thanks.
Hey, I'm interviewing you for a job.
I'd say nay to that guy.
He's afraid of his boss.
Boss is coming. Gotta go.
Chicken. My boss is coming. 7 o'clock in the morning. Where's his boss?
Fred reserves that sound effect for this guy in Selma Hayek clips. I love that.
So what's your point in all this? So you're telling me, I'm being let go? Is that what it is?
No.
No.
Can't let you go. You're too important to the whole thing.
Maybe get you some help, though.
You might need some help. For some of those tough situations, you might need a little help.
I never said that. I don't deny that.
I'm not sure you have any skills.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
All right. Fine.
But why are you giving me an attitude? Name your skills.
I don't want to.
Do you know Taekwondo or any martial arts?
I don't know Taekwondo.
Do you know martial arts?
No.
Okay.
So what do you know?
Are you skilled in weaponry?
Yes.
Are you
archery?
carrying weapons?
You know what? He went bow hunting like 4 times.
Right, okay.
And that's what he's walking around with a big bow.
Right, yeah, I'm carrying a bow in my pants.
He's like the Green Arrow.
Right.
Where's your weapon? It's at home.
Yeah.
Where's your bow?
I'll bring my bow tomorrow, okay?
One thing he can do.
He's Ronnie Hood.
Exactly.
You heard of Robin Hood?
Yeah, Ronnie Hood.
I'm Ronnie Hood.
Was it run out of material this morning?
All for one and one for all.
You're not, can you?
No material this morning, huh?
Do you know how to?
It's time for me.
Do you
It's
know?
been too quiet.
Are you an expert marksman?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
And what security guard wears bifocals?
I don't wear What are you talking about, bifocals? Those stupid little glasses you're wearing there.
You're cruel.
Bifocals. What are you talking about, bifocals?
Those are graduated lenses, aren't they?
They're regular prescription lenses.
Yeah, but they're graduated.
What the hell's graduated lenses?
Where you have to use them for reading and for seeing.
No.
Yeah. Those are bifocals.
No, they're not.
Those are graduated lenses.
No, they're not.
Whatever.
Whatever what? What's your problem?
Man.
You ran out of material, I guess.
No, just ask him what your skills are. That's all. What do you mean?
Where did this come from?
I'm interviewing you.
20 years. Now you're asking me this?
I'm just nervous.
I never saw you nervous before.
I start yelling at Baba Booey. I go, hey, wait a second. I don't even know if Ronnie can beat up Gary.
I like that.
I just want to make sure that my man...
Whatever it is, he won't get to you. How's that?
All right.
If I got to be taken down and killed, I'll be taken down and killed. But he won't get to you.
He's going to get to me.
All right?
Dead. What could you... That's the most ridiculous plan I've ever heard.
Yeah.
You're going to get killed.
No, I'm not going to get killed. I'm not going to get killed, okay? What is your problem, man? Give it a rest.
Do I need to hire some extra help here?
Do whatever you have to do, all right?
I'm asking you.
Do whatever you have to do.
You confident you can beat up
do whatever
Gary?
you have to do.
Do
all right?
you think you can
I
beat up
want
Gary?
you to be comfortable. If you're not comfortable, then you do what you have to do.
Are there any situations
All right.
that intimidate you around here?
Are there any people here who intimidate you?
No.
Any visitors, any guests?
No. I get along with all the guests very well. And this
I'm not
security
talking about
guard.
getting along. I'm talking about what's your plan? What do you do if Chuck Zito goes berserk? Let me know the plan.
Whatever.
Whatever.
I'll get hit. You won't. How's that?
All I know is Ronnie...
What is your problem?
Ronnie calls downstairs to the parking lot guy and yells at him.
Why?
It's the voicemail Ronnie left the parking lot.
Because the guy's an idiot.
Hey, Dickface, I called you like 10 times. You didn't pick up your phone, so that's not my problem, okay? So next time, answer your phone. I don't know if
Why are you calling the parking lot guy a dick face?
Because that's what he is.
It's not professional.
Because that's what he is.
I don't care. The guy's a nice guy.
No, he's not a nice guy. He goes through my car. He goes through my stuff. He's not a nice guy.
He goes through your stuff?
Yeah, he goes in the car. He goes through everything.
Really?
Yeah, I had a shirt laying on the front seat. So he has a nice shirt that Mike gave me.
Yeah.
Okay? So next day I come in, he goes to me, hey, listen, can I get one of those shirts that was on the front seat? I go, what? I go, what are you talking about? I saw this shirt on your front seat when I was moving your car. I said, why are you in my car to begin with?
Yeah, what's he doing there?
He had to move it for something.
Did you beat him up?
No, I didn't beat him up. I got him a shirt.
Oh, you got him?
Yeah, I was nice enough. I got him a shirt, but the guy shouldn't be going through my stuff, you don't?
Got there or you didn't get there, so.
You gotta be like, hey, I want to red eye Chris.
What's that?
That was you. Richard pranks Ronnie in the office. What's that?
Stern Show. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Want to talk to Howard?
What do you want to talk to Howard about?
I banged an old lady.
Yeah.
I talked to Howard?
Banged an old, so you banged an old lady? What does that mean?
I'm 20, and I banged an old lady.
What old lady? How old?
90.
Yeah, okay.
Hello?
We had no interns that day, okay? So I was helping out. I answered the phone.
He wasn't buying that for a second. 90, okay.
Yeah.
Anthony, you're on the air. Hey,
Hello, Howard.
How you doing?
Good. Calling about security.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you need somebody?
Okay. What's your credentials?
Bouncer, bars,
Yeah.
whatever you want.
You got skills?
Oh, no, I messed up Ronnie.
Oh. I mean, you have, like, skills.
Yeah. What kind of skills do you want? What kind of skills do you need? I can do whatever you want.
Hand-to-hand combat.
Jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, jiu-jitsu.
Right.
You ever kill a guy?
No, but I've heard him up pretty good.
Yeah.
How much more do you need? You don't need to kill a person. Just
How tall are you?
6'2".
How tall are you, Ronnie?
5'8".
Yeah, isn't there a height requirement?
Yeah, right.
5'8". Probably 5'7".
No.
No, 5'8".
With his lips, he's fine.
What lips? What lips?
Your heels.
What heels? I don't know. I don't have any heels on.
Heels
I have
are
shoes on, regular shoes. What the hell's your problem? Look who's talking. Can't even walk in shoes. Practically falls down in the hall. Oh, my leg hurts.
I'm not anybody's security.
Yeah, Jim.
Howard?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell Ronnie I think he's a big pussy. I would love to challenge him to a fight one of these times. I'm a real big guy, too. I'm only 5'2".
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm a real threat to him. I'd love to see him in a match.
All right, there you go. All right. Guy says he's going to take you out, and he's 5'2".
Okay. Whatever.
What weapon are you skilled in? Seriously, I want to know. You go to the firing range once a week?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, not once a week.
How often do you go?
A couple of times a year.
And what do you shoot?
What are you shooting?
9mm.
Really? Yeah. Look at you.
And what is your rating?
Expert.
Oh.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Or are you lying right now?
No, I'm not lying. Anything else?
That's Ronnie at the shooting range.
If I blindfold you right now, can you assemble a gun?
No.
Okay. Then you're not expert level.
Why?
You have to be able to do that in my organization.
Okay.
That's my kind of expert.
Right. What else? What else do I have to brush up on?
Do I need to get you an assistant? Honestly, you give me the answer, yes or no. That's all I'm asking. That's my point.
Here?
Do you need someone to help you?
Here?
Just in general.
Maybe.
Things. To handle things.
No.
You can handle things.
Yeah, I'm fine here.
All right.
You know what I want to know?
Can you beat up Gary? That's what I want to know.
I don't know if I could beat up Gary.
Can you handle him?
Yeah, I can handle Gary, yeah.
Who's going to stop Ronnie when he comes after you?
I'll do it. I'm pretty sure I can kick his ass.
Say Christopher Knight goes berserk. He's a
pretty built guy, yeah.
All right.
I would like to see, how would you take down Gary?
Let me see you take down Gary right now.
Like if Gary was going to attack you.
Yeah, show me what you would do.
I'm not showing anybody anything now.
Let me see you subdue.
No, I'm not Scott the Engineer. You're going to make an ass out of me.
Let me see you subdue Benji.
I'll do whatever I have to do,
Let me
okay?
see you subdue
No,
Benji.
no.
Benji's ready.
It's not a game. It's not a game.
Good answer.
Hey, he's like that guy that...
What are you laughing at on the floor with your stupid camera? I know I'd take your ass out.
There you go.
I know he's got a lot of attitude.
Right, he does that.
You have security against Jason.
Flipping around here like a little fairy. Get out of here with that camera.
See, he's bossing people around. He's showing me his skills.
What's your problem? What are you coming in with that camera for? Get out.
You get out.
I don't have to get out.
Force me out of the studio.
Jason's being belligerent.
Yeah. Got some resistance.
He wants to see you take him out of the studio.
Yeah, okay. Who's coming in behind me now?
He's not leaving.
I heard the door.
I want Jason out of here. Get him out of here.
Get out, Jason.
When I'm ready.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
That's right. You're the big boss like that. I forgot. I got to take orders from you.
Hey, Joe, you're on the air. No, you got to take a break.
I got a bodyguard friend of mine. This guy's barred from like 6 states.
That's what I'm talking about.
This guy is one badass dude. I'm telling you, he's not. He works for the outfit out west, and you know, they locked him up in a pen one time. I remember about 6 years ago, and he beat the living daylights out of like 9 guys. He told them, "Don't put me in there. I will beat the living daylights out of every one of these guys. I'm not sitting in here with these animals." He beat the living crap out of them.
That's what you need.
That's just what you need in here.
Yeah, but there's different levels of security. You know what I mean? You want a guy that's specializing in martial arts. You want a guy that's specializing in just bodyguard.
I met this one guy. He was a bodyguard. This cat, he's called a soldier of fortune.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, Ronnie, do you
remember when I did that movie? There was a guy, soldier of fortune. Like he goes, they hire him to go like.
Yeah, I know who he is.
Yeah.
A mercenary.
This guy would kick Chuck's Eagles there.
Somehow I don't think so.
Ronnie, do you even have a flashlight?
What do I need a flashlight for? Do I have to check the meter? Do I have to check the meter? When I plug in, I have to check the meter. I need a flashlight.
Hey, Howard, does McCartney have like big black eyes?
Oh yeah.
Howard, do you feel safe with Ronnie? I mean, he's never on this point. He's never on Mark. I mean, he never knows what's going on.
No one feels safe around Ronnie because I think Ronnie's going to attack me any minute.
We're all afraid of Ronnie.
I'm afraid of Ronnie. I'm just looking for a guy to protect me from Ronnie.
What does it mean not to be on point or not to be on Mark?
He's not aware of every situation, what's going on.
How do you know what I know?
Because I watch you. I see you.
You watch me.
You're all over the place.
You watch me.
You're sloppy, Ronnie.
You watch me.
You're sloppy.
Are you aware of everything that's going on?
Yeah, I think so.
You are? Okay.
You don't think so?
I'm just asking you.
You have a nightstick?
Are you on point? Are you on guard? What?
Does he have brass knuckles?
Brass knuckles. They're against the law, pal.
You got mace?
Doesn't matter.
I hope you have mace, man.
People.
All right. Hey, anyway, I got to take a break. All right, Ronnie, go back out there and protect everyone. And keep Gary away from me.
Yeah.
Looks like he's ready to explode.
Yeah, really.
With those big lips.
Yeah, look at him. Poor Gary.
Right.
I love that I become the low benchmark for kicking ass.
Pete, go ahead. You're Pittsburgh, Pete.
Hey, good morning, Howard.
Hey.
Great radio all week, man.
Thanks.
I love when you really rip into Robin, and I hope you have a good weekend and it don't affect her too much.
Jesus. Legendary Pittsburgh Pete. Sure.
Not ripping into Robin. I'm fascinated by her score.
I heard from somebody I really trust, and they said you don't have anything to worry about, and just forget those guys.
You're beautiful, Robin.
Who'd you hear from?
Someone I trust.
Forget us. What do we do?
You were all joining in on Drew's parade.
Well, yeah, I mean, that test score is quite phenomenal.
Wait.
I am a little worried about you.
Can we focus on you, Howard?
Sure, Pete.
Okay. Listening to the show, I listen to every little word you say, and I try to think psychology kind of like a Dr. Drew.
Okay.
And it seems as if possibly for the first time listening to you, you and Beth could be having some problems, possibly marital problems, hopefully not an affair.
What did it lead? What did I say that led you to think that?
Well, many things. You were talking about you're getting back to masturbating. You didn't just say it this week. You said it the week before. And
Beth was away for 3 days. And in the 3 days, it was the whole 𝗦𝗵cie story. So I said I masturbated because I was afraid of whatever that cancer is, prostate cancer.
Right.
Right. And then Beth came home last night and she said, did you masturbate? And I said, yes, I did. I did twice. She goes, you're kidding. With porn? I said, no, I didn't use porn. It was medicinal. I'm afraid of prostate cancer. And then we made love.
You did have last night.
Yeah, I guess it was. I don't know if it was it.
Been home?
I was loving. I don't know if she was loving. But we did have. Yeah, she came home, and as soon as she came home,
where has she been? Where has Beth been?
She went down to Florida on business. She had a business opportunity.
And the week before that, she went away.
She went to visit her grandmother.
Now that could be an excuse.
It could be, but I don't think it was.
And another reason is it seems like you've been complaining a little bit about her. Unlike ever, you always kept it real politically correct about her.
Go ahead.
Lately, I can't remember exactly what you said, but you said, I really wish Beth was able to do certain things like that.
Yeah, there were things that Beth won't do. There was something, I guess, was being
I
discussed.
think it was sort of tongue-in-cheek. It was like the dirty talk. And
The dirty
some
talk.
of that.
That was exactly it, Robin.
Yeah.
Dirty talk.
It was very
Beth doesn't do
But
dirty
he
talk.
said that before.
Beth even told me when I said I didn't, I asked her, did she masturbate down in Florida? And she goes, oh, masturbate, I hate that word. Did you say, did I jerk off?
Really?
Yeah.
Masturbation.
So there's all kinds of Beth rules, but I'm not complaining. Listen, I'm not saying Beth's perfect, but she's perfect for me.
Are you bored yet at all?
I'm really not. I really missed
They
her.
have a wonderful
You still have
relationship.
stuff
They
to
love
talk
being
about
with each other.
We talk all the time.
Wow.
Well, but one thing about Beth, I think Robin knows this. She doesn't waste time with a lot of trivial kind of talk. Like, she'll talk when she has something to say.
But, when you truly, like your best friends, do you really get tired of them? No, you just enjoy being with them.
But I know what Pete's saying. I know, listen, Beth and I just realized we're together 9 years already, and we are somewhat shocked.
Wow.
Both of us, that we are enjoying the relationship more. So, listen, I'm on a good roll with her. I really, to be honest with you, Pete, I'm not having any marital problems or any problem so far.
Well, she called the show, Howard. We never hear from her anymore. She hasn't been in the
She
studio.
said to me last night, I got to come on the show. Because I was telling her how, I was telling her about Dr. Drew. She asked me who was in. I said, Dr. Drew, and then I said, what? There was, I said there was a, what the heck was it? There was something going on. What was it that we just did?
The Sibian ride?
No, it was something else.
What did we do?
I told her today we're having the kielbasa contest, to see who can swallow the most kielbasa.
The
Deep throat
Mexican
contest.
delivery game?
Something like that. I don't know. I was telling you. I said, well, she goes, oh, I have to come on the show. I said, yeah, it sounds like fun, doesn't it? She goes, yeah, I want to be there. So she would be on the show.
And that's a great thing. The last time that she was in the studio, it seemed like since she's been married with you, she got real comfortable with the audience, got a little bit with us, and that was great to see Beth like that. I'm just wondering in the future, how much more open can she get, and can you actually interview her, unlike being her husband?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Can you?
Well, you're referring also to, I made a big point at the end of the show yesterday of playing you Ellen DeGeneres with her wife,
Yeah.
Portia de Rossi, and this how lame it was.
I heard somebody on the wrap-up show accused you of, like, how can you talk about Ellen? I heard somebody said on the wrap-up show that that's you and Beth. I said, I can't agree with that. He's not singing in the shower.
No, and by the way, I have to get rid of the wrap-up show because, and I'll tell you why. The purpose of the wrap-up show is not to sit there and criticize me. Whatever I'm doing is so that everyone here can make a living.
Mm-hmm.
And to sit there and criticize the show, I don't mean, you want to criticize the way I look or something, but to criticize the show can't be serving us well.
Mm.
We have enough people who are against us.
That's right. Don't criticize the thing you love.
Yeah, I mean, let's say I'm as bad as Ellen DeGeneres. Why would we want to point that out to anybody? It just doesn't make any sense from a marketing standpoint.
Right, but I was like, I don't think that guy's right.
Gary does that all the time, Howard. He's always saying that we don't want to know if something's a...
I know. I don't really need anybody pulling the curtain back on the Wizard of Oz.
It's a fantasy
Pittsburgh
world.
Pete is not, he's out of his mind.
Pittsburgh Pete is not out of his mind. You're out of your mind.
So you're saying that I'm always trashing you?
No, not trashing, but there's a certain
mystique
about the show.
After all these years...
But Gary is in a weird position. He's got to fill an hour and sit there and talk about the show.
And also, when people call, they say they're saying one thing and then they ask another question, and sometimes I don't know how to answer it.
Right.
Howard, we listen to the show. We come up with our
Everything's
own
a
ideas,
mess.
Then Gary comes on and ruins everything. By
He
here's the
ruins
real reason Howard did that.
I love Pete because Pete can get everybody at each other's throat.
Yeah, he's like Ralph. He doesn't do anything for a living but piss us off.
I actually got a job recently, Gary.
Doing what? What could you be doing?
I'm serving tables, man.
What? How long do you think you'll last doing that? You're an obnoxious. You should be fired in a month.
Gary, you don't intimidate me. I see through you, always have.
I'm not trying to intimidate you. I'm just telling you who you are. You're an ass.
Hey, great. Like, I care what you think about me.
See, that's the problem. You don't care what anybody thinks about you. That's why you'll never work,
I don't
douchebag.
respect you. Okay?
Pete, you got a
You're
job.
not a great guy in radio to me. You don't understand.
But you'll never get any. You'll never get anywhere. You'll never do anything because you have a attitude, and you're a
I'm only
narcissist.
30 years old, buddy. I think I realize I'm not going to get anywhere by now. You're not teaching me nothing.
See, how can you argue with a guy who knows he's, what he doesn't
Gary,
care?
you're superficial. You're phony, brother. Everybody
Dude,
knows.
have you ever met me?
There's a reason Howard hired you.
Have you ever met me?
Yes, I've met you a few times. I hate you.
You know what's so funny? You're so nothing. I don't even remember meeting you.
Good work, Gary. You're the phoniest guy.
I don't even remember meeting you.
What?
Where would I have met you?
I met you in Florida once before. I met you a couple of times. And
You're very not memorable.
You're a nerd. I can't believe you even got married. You got a good-looking wife like you did. It's a shock to everyone.
Hey, why don't you go to the comedy again, Pete? Remember how great you were when you opened for Artie?
How great are you every day on the wrap-up show, Gary? You're never funny.
I'm great enough to be getting continually paid for it for 3 years. You did it once, and they practically lynched you.
You are a character. You're Bubba Booey. That's the big bit. It's you.
And you're not a character. You're Pittsburgh Pete.
We don't care about Gary. We care about the monkey face, making us laugh. That's what we care about. You don't got to come on the wrap-up show, you and John Hine, and say, oh, Howard did this. That's a bit. That's not who he really is. Robin did this, but privately...
Pete, let me ask you a question.
I don't want to know that.
Do you want the wrap-up show canceled?
No, it's a good show. It's fine.
Well, then what do you want?
I don't even want you talking to me right now. I don't even know why you're involved in it.
I was talking to you. Gary hijacked my show.
Yeah, what is it, the wrap-up show?
No, hey, Howard, he's insulted me. I have to have the right to defend myself.
You'll get your hour today.
This is the pre-wrap-up show.
I can't even get on the air anymore.
Tell him that he peaked, Howard. Will is the number one guy on the show now as a producer.
Will is the guy?
Yeah, Will is the guy. Will's the one that's coming up with the vibe, the flow, and the office.
Would it be your advice to me to demote Gary and make Will the executive type producer?
You don't need Gary any longer. He doesn't even have that big a Rolodex any longer with celebrities. What's he doing?
Let me tell you something. I know Will. He'll hate you way quicker than I did.
Gary, you hate everybody, man. You think you're better than people. You're the biggest narcissist on the show. You must have lied. That test must not be accurate because you are.
Maybe they made a mistake and switched Gary's score with Robin. I never thought of that.
Hey, my picture ain't in the post today.
You're a kid.
That's right, because you switched the results.
He was smart.
Is Gary correct when he says that you will never hold on to your waitering job, that you're too abrasive?
I've had about 85 jobs in my life. The longest one was about a year. That's when I was bartending. It's miserable. Financially, I've never made more than $5,000 a year. And
$5 grand?
$5 grand is my biggest year ever.
What is it? Is it your personality? You seem like a...
I'm very... I get a job and I get bored. You know, I do feel I'm a creative person, but I just see my future and like I'm going to be here the rest of my life, and it frightens me. So I quit, and I like laying around smoking weed, and that's, you know, the radio is a big part of my life, Howard.
What happened to your last job, Pete?
My last job?
Yeah, what happened? What went wrong? What was your last job?
No, my last job, I was bartending. That was a year ago. I haven't worked in a year. I finally got a job now, so I'm happy again.
As a bartender, you only made $5,000 for the whole year?
Yeah.
He quit.
But for $5,000, he worked for a year and made $5,000?
He worked a whole year.
I know bartenders will make that in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, this is the
You
most...
must have been the worst bartender ever.
It must have been a horrible bar.
It was a dive bar. Like Artie once said when we first talked, it was a shot and beer bar, you know. It was my first gig ever, but it was the best time I've ever had in my life. Being behind the bar, when you're the bartender, you're the king, Howard. Like you on the show, it's a small level of that. You're the local celebrity.
So why would you walk away from such a thing?
Because I had a major setback in life, and it was hard dealing with the customers when I had to deal with emotional issues.
What was the major setback?
I lost my mother, man, about a year ago.
Okay, so you had to quit the job?
No, that's where I'm stupid. You know,
Yeah.
it was the worst decision I ever made. I had 5 women, and I quit my job. They wouldn't even take my calls anymore. Everything fell apart. You know, the best thing I had was Sirius Satellite Radio. That's not just to kiss your ass, but, you know, when you're laying in bed, you're smoking the weed, you got the Howard Stern world, there you go. I could go off into that fantasy world.
Why not try another place, Pete?
I've tried. It's hard. You cannot find a bartending job unless you know somebody. So, I'll make some money.
What is it, Gary?
The question for Pete is, if his best year was $5 grand, how do you live?
I live with my father, my sister.
But like, who's paying for your Sirius?
I have a credit card.
Wow.
You know?
Is that run up big? Like, are you over drawn on your credit?
What's your financial like? Are you handling your bills right now and everything? The mortgage, you're paid off, you're taking care of everything?
You know what? I never carry a finance charge on a credit card. I pay my mortgage every month, and I lease my cars.
That's great, man. You're so...
No, I'm just asking you if you're overdrawn on your cards.
Pete hates you.
You're cooler than me.
No, I'm not cooler
Ralph
than
is
you.
on with Pete. Ralph, go ahead.
Hey, now.
Hey, now.
Hey, I've been around for 1 or 2 of those Beth fashion shows, and they are very hot. What's great, like, if she has a dress on, you go like, hey, you know, maybe you should have higher heels on with that. And she'll go and get some, like, higher heels and stuff.
Yeah, sometimes it's weird when Ralph's there and Beth is doing a fashion show. I don't like it so much.
Yeah, 'cause it sounds like he manipulates things.
Well, because I see him, you know, I know how Ralph is. He's a guy. And
Yeah,
And not only that, that's your fashion show.
Yeah,
Right.
I feel like that should only be for me. But
chiseling on your fashion
Ralph
show.
has actually been there for a few fashion
Yeah,
shows.
and also what's great is that she's usually braless when she's doing those because she's changing quick.
Oh, now it's that's not creepyville.
Yeah, it isn't right.
That's not creepy.
Dude, yes, it is. Come on, it's his wife.
I know. I get a little territorial, you know. Like
you
Ralph.
should.
I go, Ralph, easy.
But Howard, do you get in that weird area where
it sort of turns you on that it means that much to Ralph? Like, you think your wife's so hot?
Not when it's that close.
I don't need.
It's one thing for him to admire from afar.
It is fun, but I know Ralph goes into wolf mode, and I've seen it before.
I know that face.
Yeah, not with my wife. You know.
Man, those heels aren't high enough.
It's okay when it's we're out in a club or something. So we're both working it.
Yeah, you're looking at some other chick.
Ralph could have had her.
Ralph forgot one time he gave her his number. I mean, it gets pretty intense.
He goes right into that mode.
You come to think of it, Ralph has been there for a few fashion shows. Yeah, it's always fun.
Remember to dismiss him next.
Hey, Ralph, how do you deal with your life, man? Never, really working and just, how do you get by?
I don't know. I do pretty well. Much like Gary, I don't carry a finance charge.
He doesn't carry a credit card either.
But wait, but I was at home. What do you make $5,000 a year and live with your parents?
I live with my father. I live with my parents my whole life. I sleep in the same single bed I always have.
How old are you?
He said,
I'm going to be 30 years old, man.
And you got the nerve to try and question Gary or me about it?
I'm not questioning anybody, Ralph.
He's trying to figure it out.
Oh, I'm
sorry. He's trying to figure out how to move out?
You were actually a role model, kind of.
Well,
how are you going to be 50 years old kind of doing the same thing? How do you make money? Howard helps you out on occasion?
Yeah, every once in a while, I kind of call him and say, like,
what do you do in your personal life?
I need a few bucks for the week. And
what do you do?
Check off.
What do you really do, Ralph? Tell us.
He's a stylist.
It's his secret.
Who else does he style besides you on Monday?
I have him booked exclusively. I pay to have him an exclusive rights.
Yeah, because you couldn't get him when you wanted him, so you had to tie him up exclusively.
In fact, not only do I have him exclusively, I can't even get him to come to the
even with your exclusive.
Well, he was busy with the Battlestar Galactica finale.
Battlestar Galactica.
No, but Pete, to answer your question, Ralph will style all of us from time to time. Like one time, Ralph told me I look like shit.
Just once?
Well, actually, it was several times. So and he doesn't charge me a lot for that. So he'll do everybody on the show from time to time.
Ralph found me my Michael Jordan sweatpants. I'll tell you that. And I love those.
Well, are they hard to find? Because now you got me wanting to get them.
Ralph, how do you get those? Because I told Artie he should get them.
They probably would be good for Artie because they're a good size and stuff. I had to search like the style number and stuff like that.
You can't can't go to a store and get it, huh?
He found them in a store, and then we went back to get them.
Stuff like that, like they turn them over so quick.
Mm-hmm.
They were like from the beginning of the summer maybe or something. I mean, the beginning of the winter, and now they're out of the store. I went to get more, and they didn't have them. So
I told Artie he's got to get Michael Jordan sweatpants. I'm telling you, they're slenderized.
I'll ask my sister.
You'll be able to gain another 100 pounds.
But he makes 20 different kinds, Artie. You got to get the same kind if that's the kind you want.
Yeah, you got to get these.
So what?
He makes 20 different kinds. You got to get this kind, the black ones.
Yeah,
well, does it have a name?
What's the name of those ones, Ralph?
I don't know. There's there's a style number to it. I don't know.
All right.
Heard of a style number.
And then every douchebag like Pittsburgh Pete's going to be wearing them. All right, man. I'm a douchebag, right?
Why is he a douchebag?
I'm just joking.
Yeah, you got nothing to say to me. We're kind of similar,
We are.
A little bit. I mean, you can't be happy.
I don't see how you can have a bartending job and make only $5,000 a year. That means if you work 4 days a week for 45 weeks, is that about 20,
didn't work
25?
The whole year.
That means he made 25. He worked the whole year. $25 a day he made as a bartender?
Oh, he did work the whole year.
That's what I couldn't figure that out either.
Money.
What?
With the bartending, with the bartending gig, that might have been a little more. But on my tax records, it was only probably like $5,000 ever, and that was like 10 years ago when I was like motivated.
I mean, how many days a week are you being a waiter?
Hopefully as many as they can give me. I just want to indulge myself in working for the public, get some money back in my pocket, and get some ganja, take a woman out to dinner. Just the basics, Howard,
Right.
Let me ask you something, Pete, though, because a lot of people in your generation now say you're creative because you go on the computer.
I know I'm creative.
Well, but and listen, I'm going to tell you something. When you came with me to do the gig, you actually told some jokes. Howard even said it. We played it.
Yeah.
And you actually had a couple of funny jokes.
Thank
you. Yeah, it was good. But how are you dealing with that now? Like, what are you trying to do to be creative? What's the outlet? Are you writing?
You could be a creative waiter. Why not? Why not be the best waiter?
Use your comedy on your clients.
I'm going to tell you something. Whatever job I ever took, I was a food server as well. And I was selected by my boss as the best food server of the year because I put my heart and soul into it. I decided whatever I did in life, I wanted to be the best at. I don't give a shit what it is.
You're spending your time. You might as well do it well.
Yeah. I mean, why wouldn't you be the best? I mean, in college, I made the best movie. I won. When I served the food, I was on time, I was conscientious, and I was a pleasure to my boss. I believe that you must excel. I was a dishwasher, and I got a commendation. Now, who gets it? Who gets there, puts their heart and soul into dishwashing? You're going to be something. Be the best at it.
He won the silver dish.
And why was I the best dishwasher? I'll tell you exactly why. I got in there like a madman. I probably took on the workload of 3 or 4 guys. And I washed and I racked. And I was proud of the job I did. And believe me, I didn't make 10 cents.
Pete wants to be a star.
See, I'm a direct opposite.
You could be
I
the
was
star.
I was the worst.
Well, I don't believe in that. You could be the star of the kitchen.
Right.
And why not?
Yeah, but Pete
take some pride.
What? What are you guys trying to say to me?
What are you trying to excelling is what they're saying.
I'm saying to you.
I'm on a radio show right now expressing my opinions like
Pete,
you guys do every day.
Here's what I'm saying. Artie was saying to you, how are you? How this wasn't directed at you. Shh, you're not listening. Okay. Now you're talking.
Dopey.
Artie was saying, how are you expressing your creativity?
Right.
I said you could express your creativity. This was directed at Artie.
By doing your job well.
That's right. You can be creative in any job. Creativity can come out in any facet. You know, you see a sales guy like Sam Ben-Ruby who works so hard. I see this guy. He is creative. Now, he's a salesman. He's a radio salesman, but I see he's creative. He knows how to schmoo. He puts his heart and soul into it. You are a waiter. I want to hear that you are now the top waiter.
Everybody loves to go there because you're going to wait on them. They request your section.
But don't be dopey and sit there and bother people when they're eating. Being the best means staying out of people's way and complying with everything.
I know how to do that, man.
You know how to do that? I want you to do
I'm
that.
all about the hospitality, Howard.
Good. I think that you could make more than $5,000 in a year at that job.
Let's shoot for 6,000 this year.
And stick with it. And no more smoking weed during the week, only on weekends.
That will be after work.
Are Pete's parents rich?
No. After work, no. I said on weekends.
You don't earn after work.
I think you should take a break from pot, period.
Well, I'm trying to wean him off from the
No, it's every day for about 12 years, 13 years. Every day of my life.
Well, what about being the best pot smoker?
He is.
During the week.
That he has excelled at.
No, that's negative. Pete, during the week, no more pot.
I can't do that for you, Howard.
Let me ask you something, Pete. Do you think the pot smoking might have something to do with why you still live at home?
I don't know about that.
I do know about that.
Yeah.
And that is true. I have friends who smoke more weed. Like they'd be proud of themselves. Oh, I quit smoking cigarettes. Then you find out they're smoking 7-8 joints, 7-8 joints a day.
Yeah, tons.
And let me tell you something. All of these guys do not succeed.
Right.
They don't. They do not. I know them. It's a type. They
You're
are
right.
They're burnouts. And
I know that.
Starting today, during your work day, the days you don't work, you want to smoke a little weed, okay, I'm not going to take that away from you.
Mm-hmm.
But on the days you work and the days that you got to be up for work, no more weed.
You get high at work, man?
No, I served tables about 8 years ago, and I did get high, and it was very tough to do. Bartending, you can do it. You're in the dark. People are all drunk. But if you're serving tables, it doesn't work.
Are you strong enough to stop smoking on work days?
I don't think so.
Well, you got to get strength. If you want to be the best, it's not going to...
I don't want to be the best. Well,
But
yes,
that-
I do. You're right.
Oh, okay. So then what are you going to do? Try it for a month. Call me back and let me know how you do.
All right.
Don't call us even for a month.
Yeah, pot is too powerful thing in your life. You're letting it overtake you.
The older you get, man, the more wisdom you get. You're motivational. You're like a Dr. Drew yourself, man. You should have a
Dr. Jew, how dare you?
You should have Dr.
All right, I have a big
Well,
nose,
let's
but...
see if it works, Pete. Go
I'm a
away
Dr.
for a
Jew.
month and see if you come back any better.
All right,
Howard's been like a father to me over these years.
Well, he's failing as a father.
Maybe that's
because
why
of
you're
you.
high at home, but no work.
He's a terrible father.
Then you got the wrong father.
Yeah, you have to reassess, Pete.
I mean, please, Pete, don't belittle yourself by not taking your job seriously. In other words, you're making fun of your job when you're showing up high and not motivated. You should be proud to be a waiter. There's nothing, you know, in
It's
Europe...
a great job.
It's not my passion, though, Howard.
Make it your passion.
Well, what's your passion?
My passion is talk radio.
No. No, it isn't.
It's listening to talk
You're a waiter. And there's nothing... Right now, you're a waiter. When you get the job on talk radio, that'll be something. But not now.
Right.
And you need to stop smoking pot during the week.
No, you're right about this.
You got
Have
to
you
do it.
heard of 100%?
100%.
He's heard of it. But he's got to now devote his life to it. You have to be the best at what you do.
Can you give it 100%, Pete?
No, I can't. If you want honesty, I would love to do it, Howard.
Pete, I go to a restaurant. It's called 𝗪cie𝗄𝗿𝗍 here in Manhattan. The waiter walks over. He's got the whole menu memorized. And he goes, "Hello, Mr. Stern." He's like this. He's an Italian guy.
Hello.
Today's specials we have. And then he goes, and now I'm going to tell you the fish, and then I tell you the pasta. Then this guy takes such pride in his work. I go, this guy's at the top of his game. It doesn't matter. You talk about talk radio? He's doing talk radio right there.
The hardest part of his day is getting that accent right.
Well, he is terrific. There's nothing wrong with being a great waiter.
You know, people think probably think you're sort of joking around.
I'm not joking around.
There's so many that you run into. Like I go shopping a lot. And all these people try to register are on their phones, half asleep. You just want to smack them. Go, what the f doing?
If you want to know something, you're absolutely right. I go to these stores and I see people working behind the cash register. Most of them are
They
vomits.
don't even want to look at you.
They're vomits. The other day, I was in the Barnes & Noble. A young black woman standing behind the thing, and she says, "Oh, hello," a big smile, takes the money, "Have a good day," she says to me, "and how can I help you?" I said, I know that this girl
is going somewhere.
Even if she just stays at Barnes & Noble, they will put her in charge, and she will make more money than the rest of these nitwits.
And she's black.
And you respect someone like that.
And she happens to be a lovely girl.
Believe it or not.
And she is going to go places. It will be recognized because people who run businesses are only looking for somebody who's got half a brain in their head.
And won't destroy the customer.
All right, Howard, what do you think? What do you think about a guy like this who has, you know, a lot of ideas? You know, he definitely is a unique person with a creativity, but doesn't have the structure or the organization or the willpower to put it together and make it useful.
That's a very good question.
Are you talking about me again?
Right. Well, that is loser thinking.
Yes.
There are a ton of guys out there. They got a million ideas. They're awful. Their ideas are never going to happen. What you got to do is devote yourself to what it is you're doing right now. It's very, you see, life is simple. The guys who walk around with a million ideas in their head, their whole lives, they spend their time going, oh, I could be great at this. I could be great at that. I could be great at that. Be great at what you're doing. Forget about everything else. Be the greatest waiter you can be. And then you will see life will start to unfold.
You're right.
It's nonsense.
Are
thinking.
you going to investigate this, Pete, or are you just going to say, I'm still going to do it my way?
No, I'm going to put effort. I'm going to.
It's the Ralph Crandon situation. It's syndrome.
Yeah, you're right. Idea.
Of course I'm right.
No,
Just
Ralph Crandon. Everybody wants.
Because you're thinking too. Your mind's all over the place. You're scattered.
I feel I deserve to be rich, Howard.
Okay. Well, never think that way. And I'll tell you why. That's another loserish kind of thing. Anybody who thinks they deserve to be rich will never be rich.
Except the people who are born that way.
Well, that's a different story. Pete wasn't lucky enough. What you got to do is never even think about being rich. Think about work and devoting yourself to it. The simplest job. I don't care if you wash toilets. Be the best toilet washer, and you'll see it will become your way.
Can you do anything excellently?
It will become your way of doing things, and then no matter what you do, you'll be great at, and you won't be scattered.
Pete, can you do anything excellently?
I can do many great things, Robin.
No. Anything that you've actually been able to do, have you done it well?
Have I been like you? No. Have I been like Howard?
Pete, listen to me. Listen to me.
I am defensive because
no.
Howard was a guy like me. I mean, he was more successful, but...
No, he wasn't. He started out with nothing.
He was nothing like you.
No, he was.
No, he wasn't.
Because he's talking about, don't worry about being rich. But
that's right. I never did. Let me tell you something. I got into radio.
Who thought about being rich?
I thought about being on the radio. And I worked with a lot of guys like you. When I was in college radio, none of us had jobs. We all had dreams of being on the radio. And really, it was a pipe dream. I was horrible at it. I never walked around saying I'm the best. I said I'm horrible at it. I got to get better. And the guys I work with, each one was worse than me. And they would sit there and go, you know what, man? I'm going in radio, and I'm going in big markets. I'm not wasting my time like you working in a small market. And they all were grandiose in their thinking. They all are horrible on the air. No one was looking for them. And rather than put in the time and the hard work to become good on the radio, they all were taking shortcuts. They all had pipe dreams. Me, this is what I did. I said, I've got nothing going on. I'm no one in this industry.
Well, let me work at it.
I'm going to see if some maniac will put me on the air, and I will follow his rules and regulations. I will train myself to be an announcer first, before I get on there and try to be funny. I never thought I'd be anything in radio. I just did the best job I could, and I was making $96 a week. Did I sit there and cry that I was making $96 a week? I said, thank God. There's a job where they only pay $96 a week. Who's going to hire me for more money? I'm not even worth $96 a week. This is highway robbery, what I'm doing.
You were living your dream.
No, I was living a nightmare. But I worked at whatever I did. You know, I was a camp counselor. They gave me commendation after commendation. They never had such a great camp counselor. A guy named 𝗪𝗏𝗿𝗱 will tell you. He said to me, I've never had anyone like you.
Call Sherwin.
You're not interested in being best friends with the kids. You actually run a really
You
good...
do the job.
You do the job. You're not...
You know how you get a commendation by just doing the job. Most people won't even do the job.
That's right. And you're not hearing me, Pete.
I'm hearing you.
No, you're not. You won't follow my advice, but I just gave you the secret to success.
No, you have.
I have. But very few people understand.
But you need to practice even at home, Pete. You need to, even when you're cleaning the bathroom, you need to clean it immaculately and be hard on yourself.
No.
Yes, now
No, I disagree with you.
Clean.
I disagree with you.
Well,
I'm completely confused.
Unless you're getting paid, you don't have to be good at anything.
Oh, stop it. No,
I'm
he
being
needs
serious.
to practice being good at
No.
something, anything, Howard.
Howard, you're not...
Trust me.
So-
I'm a big pig at home.
Before you go
As
to your
a
waiter job, clean the...
As a waiter.
He needs to clean the bathroom
No,
and clean
that's a
it
waste
well.
of time.
No, it isn't.
Let your mother do that.
His mother's D?
Bring her back.
Father.
Well, then his father do it.
He wants all the glory without the work.
Everything you do, you should do well.
Pete?
Whether you're paid or not.
Pete, just listen to me. I told you what you need to do. Now go do it. I gotta run.
People have to be tied up all day.
Instead of going to a block party, why don't you just drive me? Ah, there's a fucking concept.
I do this when I'm not driving you.
Yeah. Well, you could be spending more hours driving me.
I
Instead
don't
of
want to
doing-
drive.
You don't want to drive? Oh, you want to be on stage, yelling.
Yeah.
Representing the Howard Stern show. I'd rather have you drive me. That's what I'm paying you for, not to fucking go out. I didn't ask you to be the representative.
I didn't ask you. I never said I was the representative.
So please don't bother me about movies. Be smart and keep quiet. What are you talking about? Go to Gary. And then I'll tell you no through Gary. Why would I go to Gary? Because I don't like. Do you understand? I don't want to answer you directly.
All right.
It's hard
I got you.
You're a guy I know over 30 years. I don't feel comfortable saying no to your face. I'm telling you that.
Okay.
I'd rather Gary do it.
Why?
Because I don't feel like being direct with you about your business
You can be
ventures.
direct with me.
I don't feel comfortable.
You can say no.
I don't feel comfortable saying no. I'd rather do
Why?
it through Gary.
What's your problem?
I have a problem.
Okay.
Okay? So now you know.
Okay. Gotcha.
So don't piss on me and
I'm
fucking
not
ask me
pissing
questions.
on you. I don't mind pissing on you.
By asking me correct
If I
questions.
pissed on you, I would just
Here's
go
my
ahead
answer.
and do it.
My answer is no.
Without
to
even
everything.
saying anything.
My answer is no to everything.
Okay.
Okay? Now you know the
Not
answer.
to this, though. You already said yes.
Yeah, go have fun showing my fucking movie. Why don't you show the Ronnie
What's
movie?
wrong with that?
Show
What's
the
wrong
fucking
with showing
Ronnie.
your movie?
I don't want anything to do with you guys and your fucking block party. I hate it. It's an embarrassment to me.
So tell us to shut it down.
I told you I didn't feel comfortable doing it.
Well, then tell Gary to tell us to shut it down.
All right, well, maybe I'll do that then.
All right.
If you're smart, you don't bring anything up. Just go out and do your block party. You don't tell me about it. Yeah,
No, you'd rather find out after it's done and I've done it and didn't ask you about it.
No.
And then you'll really be
Use your
mad.
head. What do you have to show the movie private parts for? What is that? You're not having enough success? Why does my movie
It was
have
just
to be
an idea that somebody came up with, and all you had to do was say no.
Somebody has worked their way into my life through you. I don't know this fucking guy. Who is this fuck?
It's a guy who's a promoter who's buying the show.
I don't care. I don't want this guy in my life through you. I shouldn't even know about this
All right,
guy.
so we won't do it then.
Thank you.
Okay?
Okay. Why don't you show your home movies? You ever make home movies?
No.
Well, make a home movie and show it to your fucking audience. Why you got to show me over there?
They show it on TV. I don't understand what the big deal is.
Do whatever you want. Then why'd you ask me about it?
Because I feel it's the right thing to do.
Then don't bother me with it. Go to Gary. I told you that.
Can't win here.
Why don't you play tapes of the show too with there?
Play tapes of the show.
Well, what's the difference? What's the difference in the movie?
Talking about?
Well, why don't you do that?
Showing tapes.
Why don't you show tapes of the show? Show Ronnie movies. Make a movie and show it.
No, but then you'll be mad about that too.
I'm not mad about that.
Yeah, you would.
Go make a movie.
No, you'd be mad.
Go make a porn. Do whatever you want.
Make a porn.
Yeah, do what you want. Don't involve me. My movie.
Who's involving you? It's a movie that they play everywhere.
I come up in the fucking elevator. I'm dealing with. There's a promoter out there who bought the fucking. I don't
He
know
didn't
this
buy
guy.
anything yet. I'm just saying.
He bought a theater in Long
It was an
Island.
idea.
Idea.
God, man.
Are you guys finished?
What do you want from me? This is what I
don't
deal
want
with.
it. I don't want anything. I
Leave me
asked a
alone,
simple
Ronnie. I'm in the middle of this
question.
stuff. Come on. I'm doing a show. Get out of here, please.
You're the one who called me in.
I didn't call you in. Go back and listen to the tape. You walked in on your own. I didn't ask for you.
They told me to come in.
Well, don't listen to them. I'll tell you when to come in. Never.
Ron.
What?
We talk for a moment?
What? What?
Have you lost sight of your role here?
No! Go away. Lost sight of my real hair.
Ronnie?
Yeah.
Are you reading between the lines that Howard doesn't want to be bothered with things on the periphery.
I don't need you to explain it. I just got to... Somebody just explain it to me, okay? I don't need you to explain it to me.
How will you navigate?
I don't need you to explain it to me.
Well, how will you...
I don't need you to explain it to me.
Question. How will you navigate, going forward, how will you navigate what you can
I'll set
say
my
to Howard?
GPS. That's how I'll navigate, okay?
How do you know?
That's why I have a GPS.
How do you know what to say to Howard?
I'll set my GPS to Howard, okay?
Will you be sending everything through Gary now when you just want to say good morning to Howard or something very simple?
What?
How will you...
Don't worry about it. That's not your concern.
As a backup to private parts...
I'll set my GPS to navigate, okay?
As a backup to showing private parts, what will you show in lieu of that? Maybe a Cher concert, something more personal to you?
What are you talking about?
I'm sorry, because you obviously can't be showing private parts.
Who said that? He said it was okay.
Well, I got the sense that he doesn't want that to happen. And Ronnie, one more thing. Do you think the block party's gone too far? Do Howard's words echo in your mind that maybe perhaps you're using his name to generate
Who's
profit?
using his name?
Well, the promoter that was discussed, the whole concept of the block party. Howard seems to think you're commercializing his name without really his blessing.
You don't know what you're talking about. You're making up shit in your head right now.
I think I'm reading between some lines here.
Yeah, okay. Well, read between the lines of your camera.
Ronnie, I couldn't help but overhear.
You're such a douchebag with this camera. I swear to God, I can't stand it.
I couldn't help but overhear, Ron, that you're thinking about canceling every block party for the remainder of 2013.
And if I do, is that your business?
No, but I think it's a major part to this morning's show and the storyline that's going on right now. Do you feel like you're making a rash decision here? Are you reacting? Are you being too reactionary again? Are you automatically assuming that...
stop it with your stupid
I'm saying, like, does it
camera.
Mean, just because Howard's mad today, does it mean you have to cancel every single block party?
Well, maybe if the, you know, like I said, I know the guy for almost 30 years. I can get a fucking straight answer if I ask him a question.
Are you insulted?
I have to go to Gary. You know, after all these years, I have to go to Gary and ask him.
So clearly, you're insulted by this new mandate.
Yeah, I'm insulted.
You think 30 years of loyalty might have earned you the right to have a personal
this guy about
conversation.
shit that you wouldn't believe we talk about, okay? And I thought I could go to him and ask a fucking question. I guess I can't.
But Trump called me yesterday and he goes, I heard Cuban was okay. It was okay to me. It wasn't that bad. What did he say about me? What did he say? You know,
he heard the whole thing.
I got to think so. I said, listen, Mr. Trump. I think he was very nice. I know he did say that you had sent him a letter. I did. I sent him a letter, and I said, I think he said it's hanging up next to his NBA trophy. Good. Very good. Very good. You know, he's obsessed.
Yeah, he didn't let anything go.
Donald Trump is on the phone.
Donald Trump is on the phone again?
That's right. And
we hadn't talked to him in years, and now it's once a week.
Mr. Trump fights back too, you know.
What's going on?
Donald.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Very unimportant, actually, but...
Very important in your world.
You have such an audience, Howard, and everybody told me that Mark Cuban was on, and he said wonderful things about my family and
he did.
Myself, and it was all nice. But he did say one thing that we should at least correct the record. Right?
Go ahead.
Okay.
He said that his show, whatever the hell it's called,
Shark Tank.
Not his show. He's one of 4 or 5 people on the show. You know, big difference, right?
Right.
As opposed to the superstar that's known as Trump. Total superstar.
Well, you make a point
they
that
actually called me the king of all media yesterday, and I said, no, I have. Somebody wrote an article said I'm the king of all media, and I actually wanted a retraction. I said, there's only one king of all media, right? But
no,
anyway.
but you make a point. Your show, The Apprentice. Well, let's back up. Mark Cuban was on the other day. He was talking. We were talking about years ago. He had a show that was very similar to The Apprentice,
called The Benefactor.
The Benefactor,
which was really a knockoff of The Apprentice.
And you got on the
air. There were 16 of them, by the way, so he shouldn't feel bad because we had 16 knockoffs. We had one the other day that died. It was called The Job. It was on CBS. And it died after two shows, and
which I know pleases you because
I love it.
Your show was the original one.
I love it, Howard.
And you love when the original. So Mark Cuban was trying to be a show like yours, and you even said on the air to me, his show won't work. You know, and it sounded like sour grapes, blah blah blah. But meanwhile, you were right. The show went off the air.
Well, Mark did something that was a little bit rough because he went out, and, you know, I've gotten along with Mark over the last year or so, but he went out with his show, The Benefactor, and he really went after me. You know, instead of saying, hey, and I spoke to him before the show went out, and he was totally nice. But, you know, some idiot told him to go and attack Trump, and this way you'll get publicity for The Benefactor. So he went after me. Naturally, of course, I go then after him.
What did he say at the time?
I don't know. You know, my show's going to be better, it's going to be bigger, it's going to be this and that. You know, in the meantime, I had like the #1 show on television.
And you felt like you had your back up against the wall, and you had to defend yourself.
I had to defend myself.
Right. So
I've watched you do that all your life. I've been watching you a long time.
Yes. And
so
for
anyway,
years, years go by, Mark Cuban does get on Shark Tank. Shark Tank is, as you say, an ensemble cast. It is not his show.
Well, don't go so fast. So the benefactor goes on, and it's a total bomb. And I wrote Mark a very nasty letter. It was really nasty, and it was terrible. And then I heard he has that letter framed. I mean, it was a terrible letter.
He says the letter is framed on his desk.
It was an all-time classic Trump letter.
What did you write? Do you recall?
I don't know. Just terrible.
What did you say?
Terrible. I can't imagine. I wouldn't have saved it. I would have I would have burned it.
You know why he saved it? I think.
No, I know his motivation. I think that's cool.
Yes, it's a motivator.
No, I think that's cool. I mean, I was surprised that he did it, but I heard about it. I thought it was very cool. Anyway, we've gotten along very well over the last year or so, and the benefactor goes off, and then all of a sudden Shark Tank comes on. So Shark Tank goes on during the week, you know, which is much more important than a Friday night, and it totally bombs. So they think they're going to terminate Shark Tank, and what they do is they put it on Friday night as a little bit of a filler. You know, Friday night is called Death Valley.
I see.
Well, you know that. I mean, you know, you have a show on Friday night. It's not a good thing.
Right.
And it did okay for Friday night. Actually, it did better on Friday night than it did during the week, because during the week it was a total bomb. They thought they were going to have to take it off. And what happens is it did okay, and that was it. So, and it's doing okay on Friday night. But Friday night's not a television night. So maybe they should move it back to a real night, see how it does. So Mark goes on your show, said nice things, but then he did make the statement that the show, Shark Tank, which again is a show of 4 or 5 people that go, you know, do different things, that it did better in the ratings. And I said, whoa, what have we here?
Right.
I knew it didn't. I mean, you know, I knew that. But so I called up the Nielsen people. You know, I have people that do this. And they called up the Nielsen and the NBC Universal people. And I sent you a little copy of the Nielsen ratings where basically we kill them. Now, you got to understand, not only kill them, but we're in the 13th season now. This isn't a brand new show.
Right.
After, you know, you look at what happens with American Idol. You know, in the first season, we were beating American Idol, and in the first season, we were, many evenings, the #1 show, and on television, and that was a great honor and all that stuff. But we did very well. But this is the 13th season, and not only did we beat them, you know, we're looking at last season because this is just going on Sunday night. I hope all your viewers and listeners are going to watch it, but what happened, not only did we beat it, but we had to go up against the Academy Awards last year. How would you like a show that goes up? They programmed it incorrectly.
That's
and it
unbelievable.
Went up. No. It's a show opened against the Academy Awards. I said, I don't mind competition, folks. I like, I'm sort of a competitive guy, but you don't open a show and have a show against the Academy Awards. So this year they waited. So as you know, the Academy Awards, which, gets 40, 50 million people, the Academy Awards now is over, and our show goes on Sunday night. But despite that, and we did fine. I mean, we did fine against the Academy Awards, believe it or not. But despite that, so I sent you the ratings, and basically it wins in all categories, and easily wins in all categories. And, you have the ratings, and you can read them if you want, but it's not a big thing. But they come right out of Nielsen.
So your point is that
I just like the truth.
You want the truth.
I'm an extremely truthful person.
Some people would say, why does this matter to you? But I think
everything matters to me.
Everything matters to you. Things get under your skin.
Not under my skin, no. You know what? If let's say let's say he did beat me in the ratings.
Right.
I would say that I wouldn't be calling you.
Right.
I'd call you, but I wouldn't be talking about that. I'd try to get off
You
that.
try to keep it quiet.
No, I tried. I'd sort of. But when, it's incorrect, and when Nielsen is the king in terms of this, whether we like him or don't like him, right?
Right.
And Nielsen has been very truthful over the years about The Apprentice, and The Apprentice is a monster. And, that's why it's on in like 80.
So what do you want to say to Mark Cuban?
Nothing. I'll tell you what I want to say.
He just wanted to set the record straight.
He was so nice to my children and to me.
Right.
And so respectful, and talking about how my children are amazing and all that stuff. So I don't want to say anything. I think he's, I think it's fine. But
why don't you buy a basketball team and beat his basketball team?
I have every one of my friends owns a basketball team. They're miserable.
They hate it.
They don't sleep at night. Or sports teams. I mean, I see these guys. George Steinbrenner, as you remember, was one of my best friends.
Right.
You want to see a miserable evening? Go to George to a baseball game, to a Yankee game. It was brutal. Yeah, he loved me.
Because it's work.
I used to say it was exhausting to sit with George at a game. If Derek Jeter didn't get a home run, he'd say, "Donald, I'm telling you, he's no good." George was brutal. he was brutal.
You don't want to live your life like that.
But the truth is, these guys live and die by victories. Most of them lose. Most of them don't do a very good job, and I see it. And they say, they're just really miserable. They live and die. And with all the teams, there's only one team that's going to win ultimately.
Right. I know it's not good odds.
And they're very unhappy people. So
are you?
Donald did try to get into the sports game at one point. Remember that league?
Don't forget. Well, I bought a cheapo football. I figured I could get into the NFL room. So
right.
That was really one of those harassment deals where we can get into the NFL for no money. That
right. Well, you try and you see what happens.
And
Yeah. Do you own?
But I've had more Mike Tyson fights than anybody else. I have a lot of fights, and I'm very much involved in sports in a lot of ways.
Do you own Miss Teen? Miss Teen.
I own Miss Teen
USA,
and I own Miss USA and Miss Universe. I own the pageant.
So the big news this week was that Miss Teen Delaware was in a porno.
Yeah, and we had to tell her to get a letter of resignation very quickly. Yeah.
Why though? Why?
Well,
she was in a porn.
So what?
Question.
You think about it. Think about our country.
So what?
Kim Kardashian's a big star because she was in a tape. Paris Hilton was in a tape.
Do you think Kim Kardashian's beautiful?
No. I mean, I think.
Do you think she's good looking?
I think she has a beautiful face. I don't.
Do you think so? Okay.
I don't like that big trunk.
Well, she's got a huge trunk.
Yeah. What do you make of that?
Well, it's seriously big.
Yeah. So what do you think of her?
I think she's a very nice person. She was on The Apprentice, so I think she's a very nice person.
Yes, I understand that, but I'm saying...
No, I think she's a very nice person. Howard, looks don't... I'm not that kind of a person. Looks don't matter to me.
Right.
The looks of a woman
they don't
do
matter
not
to
matter.
you.
Okay?
Not at all. No,
now that he's married.
No, they don't marry. I don't look at women for their beauty. I look at women for what's inside.
What kind of porno was she in, though, by the way? Did you see the porno? Did you?
I didn't see it. No, what happened is Miss Teen USA, a very... lovely young woman.
Right.
Although it's hard to say I don't look at looks and yet I own the Miss Universe costume.
That's what I mean. I can't believe you're for real.
Sort of like, well, I'm trying to be very politically correct. This is a world of being politically correct, and which is destroying our country, by the way. Everyone's so politically correct.
You can't even call anyone fat anymore.
You can't call anybody fat.
You can't.
They accused me. They said that I called Rosie O'Donnell a big, fat slob. And I said, that's not right. I didn't use the word fat. But I've got it.
You're still angry with her?
No, I don't care about Rosie. Rosie's gone. She's gone.
I like her.
You do, really?
Yeah, I really do.
Well,
I've had her to my home. We have dinner together.
Well, if Rosie finally, says something nice about Donald will...
I'm going to bring you guys together.
Because you're a guy.
No, don't bother. It's okay. But
I'm going to bring you together.
She's fine. I don't really think about her, to be honest. But what happens is the young woman from the Miss Teen USA, beautiful young woman, got very much involved with the whole porno deal. And she actually, we suggested it to her because it's nicer. But she actually was, she gave her letter of resignation. Because, that system, that beauty pageant system, people don't give it enough credit. It's an amazing system. These parents, the way these girls, most of them are grown. I mean, it's amazing.
How does it work, though? It's
like a military regiment.
No, but how does it work? In other words, did she try to cover... she was in a porn, obviously, years ago or something?
She was in a porn, and it came out, and because she...
It couldn't have been years ago. She's not that old.
Within the world of the beauty pageants, Miss Teen USA, that's, potentially a Miss Universe candidate.
Right.
Miss Universe. Do you know, in some countries, like in South America, if you become Miss Universe, you don't pay taxes for the rest of your life. There's no bigger... In Venezuela, as an example, and we had Diana Mendoza. You remember the great Diana Mendoza 2 seasons ago on The Apprentice, how beautiful she was. She was like the most beautiful.
Super hot.
But again, I didn't notice that. Anyway, but that in Venezuela, Colombia, Brazil. If you become Miss Universe, you're like the biggest star. You're bigger than any soccer star. You're bigger than anything. It's the biggest thing. So anyway,
but describe to me how it works. In the words, let's say, so did she try to like hide the fact that she was in a porno, and then like you guys discover it?
We don't know whether or not she hid it, but it came out. And the problem is because she's, Miss Teen USA, all of a sudden she has a lot of notoriety, and probably one of her friends that's jealous of her, because that's the way life works. Everyone's jealous. They're all jealous of you, Howard.
Of course.
They all kiss your ass, and then they behind your back they say you're terrible.
But what was she thinking being in a porn?
I don't know. Well, because it was before she did this.
Was it a home
She didn't know she was going to be Miss Teen USA.
I mean, she figured she'll do porn, she'll make some money, and then she'll become Miss Teen USA, unrelated. And that's what happened. She won Miss Teen
Will you watch the porn? I'm going to see it because...
Will you call me and let me know how good it is?
You're going to watch it because you know what? She must be insanely... When do you see a girl that insanely hot in porn?
She's supposed to be very beautiful. I mean, I've met her once quickly, but she's supposed to be very beautiful. But she got involved, and she actually offered her letter of resignation, and we had to accept it. You would not have. You would not have accepted it.
Oh no, I would have made. You would
have said you're a double winner, right?
Well, if she hadn't resigned, what would you have done? Would you have just fired her?
Well, we probably would have had to. It's a very unique system. I mean, the parents would have gone nuts. The people that, and it's a big. I look at the different magazines and I see how they're dying. Right, they're just dying.
It's over.
You look at pageant. Did you ever hear of a word magazine pageantry?
No.
The thing's like 2 inches. You never saw anything like it.
I'm heterosexual, of course I have.
Well, okay, pageantry. But it's a magazine on beauty pageants.
Right.
And it's like through the roof. And it's just amazing. It's a big deal. And she did this, and she was forced to, and she was asked to, but she resigned. And she did the right thing.
Did your Twitter account get hacked?
Yeah, I got hacked.
How does that happen?
Somebody, well, you got a lot of geniuses out there, and I have a hot Twitter account, @RealDonaldTrump. Will you tell your people to hook in? So, @RealDonaldTrump.
Isn't it crazy to you that, like, somebody that smart is busy wasting their time hacking into your Twitter?
Yeah, it doesn't do them any good other than they get arrested. It's like crazy. So we're looking at it.
If you had that ability, wouldn't you spend every minute, like, inventing stuff and becoming very wealthy?
Well, they hooked in, and they put a quote from Lil Wayne on my account.
On your account?
And for 10 minutes, I was really ridiculed. All the enemies said Trump has lost it. This was something to do with the hose and women. All women are hoes. So, this thing came out, and I'm going to have, like, in a very short period of time, over 3 million people.
Wow.
And it's a big deal. And
sure.
I think they pick up 20 to 25,000 sometimes a month. And, it's just going through the roof.
How many tweets do you do a day?
Mine's new compared to some of these. What?
How many Twitter followers does Mark Cuban have?
I don't know. I didn't check.
Don't you? You have to check.
He has a lot. I didn't check.
Don't you check every day to see if you have more followers than Mark Cuban?
No, but I have other people that I do check that with.
And you tweet?
I do have other people.
Who do you check?
Who do you check?
I have very important followers. I have, haters, and I have losers, and I have reporters, and I have everybody's on mine.
But I know you. You must have actually researched this whole Twitter thing, and you probably have people who know how to cultivate it and how to, like, handle this Twitter thing.
I have great people, but you know what? More importantly, but it's my thought. I mean, it's my thoughts. Nobody else will give thoughts like this, and I don't know if that's good or bad, but it is my thought. Like, for instance, the Pope. Why is he should just
ride it out
and die. He looks so bad. Everyone's saying, what did he do wrong? They said it wasn't the first time. I said, oh, really? When was the last time? 600 years ago. Okay, look, let's call that the first time, right? But the Pope should just sort of sit back and enjoy and relax.
Of course.
Put some other people and run it, and you die. I'm used to watching old popes, like Pope John. I mean, the guy couldn't even walk. He was bent over like a pretzel. And he was cool.
But the thing is, Donald, you must imagine that something very bad is forcing him out of office.
It probably was, but I don't know. This Pope didn't resonate. A little bit like Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney should have won the election, and I liked him, and I do like him. He's a nice man, but he didn't resonate.
He does. You don't warm up to this Pope.
I like Mitt Romney, and I call them the same. This Pope didn't resonate. First of all, he comes from Germany. Somehow, hey, I'm part German. A German Pope. I'm not sure that works.
What do you think of the new black Pope? Maybe that might be a big deal.
That'd be very exciting.
Donald wants to see a birth certificate.
Do you want to see a birth certificate on the black Pope?
That would be very exciting.
Very exciting.
Hey, but listen, on the Twitter. So it's like I'll have 3 million, 4 million people within whatever period of time, right? So millions of people. So essentially, I own more than the New York Times by a lot.
Right.
And I don't have to sustain the losses.
That's true.
The New York Times used to have a lot of power. Now it's a whole different thing, and it loses its ass. I mean, the newspaper business is going to be over very soon. When people see me reading a newspaper, like my kids, Ivanka comes in. She said, Daddy, what are you doing? She looked at me reading.
What is that?
She doesn't understand what I'm doing.
I know. It's
You're
such
getting your hands dirty with that print. Why are you doing that, Daddy? And she picks out her computer. She presses the name Donald Trump, and she gives me 20 stories.
Don't you? Isn't there something you love about still holding a newspaper in your hand? Me too.
We're old-fashioned. They do too.
Yeah.
We're old-fashioned. But you get about 10 years younger, it's like they look at us like, forget it.
Hey, do you lay in bed and watch the Oscars, and do you tweet during the Oscars?
Well, I did this time. And I got.
Are you laying in bed with your wife when you're watching the Oscars?
Generally speaking, yes.
Were you completely nude and she was nude?
Well, let's not comment on that. But she has at least she has a great figure.
You ever tweet? We're here completely nude.
Yeah, but we won't comment on that. But she has a great figure. But I did tweet on the Oscars, and I.
Yeah, you didn't like the Oscars so much.
No, I thought they were. I think I didn't. First of all, I thought the set was terrible. It was so tacky. It was disgusting. I really thought Seth MacFarlane was fine.
Right.
I thought that I don't like him. You know, he did me on the Comedy Central roast. They roasted the hell out of me, by the way.
Right, I remember.
Yeah. He was the guy, and he was terrific. It was terrific then, but he could really be the Seth. He was held back, even though they said he went too much. He was held back.
Right.
But I thought that there was a lack of glamour. I mean, even the woman who won, she falls down the stairs. You know, that's very glamorous.
That dress, I mean.
No, think of it.
Yeah.
Think of it. In the old days, Vivian Lee.
They knew how to do it.
But you know, you're right in a way.
Vivian Lee did not fall. Clark Gable didn't.
You're right. Her falling down was sort of the symbol, if you will, of the whole thing falling apart.
Yeah, the whole. No, I thought it was fine, but I didn't find. And I tweeted. I said, "Where is the glamour?" Because I'm a romantic. People wouldn't know that about me, but I'm a major romantic. But I said, where is the glamour? Where's the beauty? There's no beauty. There's no glamour.
Why can't I warm up to that Anne Hathaway? I find her annoying.
You know what? I'll tell you what. It's going to happen. She lived in Trump Tower. I like all people that live in my buildings. Okay?
Right.
Anybody that lives in my building, even if they're really unattractive, I consider them to be beautiful. All right?
Right.
So what happens is she lives in my building. She lived there with the Italian scoundrel. You know the scoundrel?
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And we didn't know. He paid his rent on time until the very end. You know, it was one of those things. But she got lucky when she got rid of this guy. But she lived in my building, so I got to see her up close and personal. I wasn't a fan at all, but she's grown on me. You know, it's like the Mona Lisa. A lot of times you'll have a painting. Friends of mine that really do the paintings big league. A lot of times they won't like it, but in the end they almost fall in love with it. They're like infatuated with it. They can't leave. I mean, they become sickos. They want to sit in the room and look at the
She's a terrific actress, but when she makes those speeches, when she makes those speeches with, oh my God, it's very.
Well, that's all phony rehearsed stuff.
Right. It's all actressy to me, you know.
You know, when they get up and they want to thank people and they forget and they don't really forget, but they want to make it like it's a big deal because they're so excited. It's all bullshit.
Do you know why I disagree? You know what I disagreed with you on?
What?
I feel this movie, Django Unchained, was one of the greatest movies of all time.
No, I didn't think so.
Did you watch it?
I'm with you, Donald.
Wait a second. Did you watch it?
It was a movie that. First
Donald
of all,
loves movies.
Okay, for those of us,
it's great, and it's not racist.
But for like the sick kid up in Massachusetts, up in Connecticut, that wacko kid, that dirty wacko kid.
Lanza?
Now, if a kid like this is going to see this movie, you know, if you're a little bit off to start off with, that movie is not good for people to see. Okay, because I've never seen a movie where so many bodies exploded as a bullet hit them. I mean, I've never seen a movie that bad in terms of that. And you know, I just
Terminator.
thought it was a terrible movie. I thought it was a totally racist movie.
No, why would you say that?
In fact,
I thought it was racist.
I'll tell you why it's not racist.
First, you had the white guys killing the blacks. Then you had the black guys killing the white. I thought it was a terribly racist movie, and I thought it was really vicious and really. I thought it was bad. You know, these people that talk about gun control and should we have guns and shouldn't we have guns. But when you look at that movie can really screw up some kid that's a little
I admired that movie, and I'll tell you why. It reminded me, even though it's a fantasy, it reminded me that our country was based on something so horrible, so horrific, slavery. And that if anything, it had the opposite effect on me. It made me feel more empathic with the black plight.
Well, I didn't like it, and I thought it was a totally racist movie. So what are you going to do?
I think you're reaching, Howard. You're
Not
saying
at all.
that
Yeah,
movie
I'm
did that for everyone. That did that for you, and no one else. I
think Howard's trying to be political.
Not at all.
Absolutely.
I returned.
You know, this
is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Halfway through the movie, I turned to my wife. I said, "Quentin Tarantino is a genius, and this is one of the most emotional movies I've ever seen."
Because you're adding something to the movie that's not there.
You're all crazy.
Trying to be politically correct.
Really? He's being outrageous.
You know, Robin, this is going to be a headline tomorrow.
I'm not trying to be politically correct.
There's going to be a headline tomorrow. Howard Stern tries to be political. Because
no.
How long have you been on the air, Howard?
Donald, this is how I really feel.
Ever that he's been politically correct.
I'm telling you my true belief. I've always been honest.
Movie, Howard, and it was a shitty movie in my opinion.
One of the best movies ever made.
It was totally just a revenge movie. It was nothing.
I thought it was a nothing movie, and I thought, when a bullet hits the body doesn't have to explode for 2 blocks away. The whole thing was disgusting, and that happened like hundreds of times. I thought it was disgusting, and I thought it was very bad for young people to see that movie because I think it can really influence them.
Did you have sex during the Academy Awards?
No, I didn't.
When's the last time you had sex?
He paid attention.
When is the last time you had sex with your wife?
Well, let's see. What time is it?
Come on, be honest.
What time is it, Robert?
Be honest.
I won't say that, but
has it really been that long?
I have a great wife. I do. I have a great wife, a beautiful wife. She was on the cover of Avenue magazine. She's been on many, many covers, including Vogue. She's a great person.
Will we ever see
and a
her
very nice person.
Will we ever see her do a nude layout?
No, I don't think so.
That's a shame.
I tend to doubt it.
Very sexy woman.
I tend to doubt it. I think if we do, I will not be a happy camper.
And that woman stays in shape, man.
Oh, she's in shape. But she's naturally in shape. It's not a big workout deal or anything, which is nicer, to be honest.
Well, she knows with you she's got to stay in shape.
I saw a woman the other day. She's in shape, but then I touched her arm, and it was like, a piece of steel.
That's right.
I don't like that. No, she's naturally in good shape. Absolutely. She's a very beautiful woman, considered one of the great beauties of the world. So I don't know how I got her because, beauty doesn't matter to me.
That's right.
I told you that.
Did you wake up one day and go, oh, my God, she's actually beautiful?
No, that's the way it happened.
You fell in love with her personality first. Well, listen to me.
I fell in love with her soul. So listen, Howard, I'm going to do the Today Show now, so I have to run. But I will tell you, see who I do first? I do Howard first, and Robin.
Who will...
Robin's so important to you, Howard. Do you have any idea how lucky you are, Howard?
I thank God every day.
I mean, Robin is just great. She's got such a way.
She's fantastic.
That's true, and I mean, I've said it a long time.
She is fantastic.
This is not a major breaking story, but she is fantastic.
You're right.
Thank you.
You're absolutely right.
So, Howard, I just wanted to call you up. The Nielsen ratings. And
very good. We have it.
The Apprentice versus that other show,
right?
Shark Tank, which is fine, by the way. I think it's fine. But if you look, The Apprentice blows it away. Do you have the Nielsen ratings?
I have it in front of me. You're not lying.
Confirm that.
I am confirming it right now.
Thank you.
By the way, answer this one question. How old is Melania allowed to get before you cut off her age?
Well, I'd love to give you an answer there, Howard, because I could do it, but then it becomes a headline, and so I would say this. When she's 80, 90, I would still consider her a great beauty and a great wife.
Yeah, I think this marriage is going to last. I always said it.
Well, she's very strong and very nice. I mean, she understands me. She gives me my space, which I really need. One quick story on Melania, because I have a couple of minutes. They just told me, but one quick story, because I do love this show. One quick story. So Tom Cruise calls me, and he wants to go to the Women's skating rink. So I call up Melania. I say, can you believe it? Tom Cruise called. Do you believe it? She goes, but why do you tell me this? You're a much bigger star than him. He is nothing. He is nothing. Tom Cruise is just a movie.
She's amazing.
The biggest star in the world. There's no bigger star.
She knows how to get you hard.
Oh, no, I said, really? Do you believe that? Yes, of course. Don't even waste my time by telling me about that. And I'm saying, other people, if I said that, they'd say, I can't believe, what does he want you for? So she's very smart, and she's a terrific woman, and that's good.
She loves you.
And I love you guys, and take care of yourselves. I just wanted to set the record straight.
Who will be interviewing you on the Today Show?
Matt Lauer.
All right, very good.
Okay?
All right.
So long.
So long.
Bye-bye.
The wonderful and vivacious Donald Trump, who reminds us that he is beating Mark Cuban in the ratings even still.
So Gerard Butler.
He says he went to meditate on this pilgrimage at this Hindu temple, and he felt like he was Jesus Christ when he came back.
Like you could shoot fire out of his hands. He partied with Mel Gibson in February at a nightclub. You see that whole group of guys out. It's pretty crazy.
What do you say to Mel?
Big Streisand fan. You know, he's one of these guys that does all these crazy things. He took this motorcycle trip in India, got sick from drinking from the Ganges River.
People shit in there and die.
Gerard Butler's in a new movie. Look at you, still as handsome as ever. I'm all right. I'm exhausted from my vacation.
Oh yeah.
I worked the whole vacation. My audience thinks I was off. I was working. I got 2 jobs now.
What were you working on?
America's Got Talent.
America's Got Talent. Yeah, right.
It doesn't seem like
Americans Got Talent.
Yeah,
no, I said America's Got Talent. I know the name of the show. I've seen it.
I got to tell you, you know what it is, Gerard? It's like, it was long. You know, people don't think that's work, but it was. It was exhausting. It took me like 3 days to recover from it.
Is that right? What, emotionally exhausting or just the...
Well, I would tell you about it, but my audience was so cruel about me talking about it last time that I'm going to just concentrate on you right now.
This is a Judd Apatow thing, yeah?
Yeah. Well, yeah, he didn't like when I talk about it, so fine. Let's give Judd Apatow his wish.
Well, maybe I shouldn't talk about it, and I'll never have the opportunity of working with Judd Apatow.
Hey, you know when you talk about a guest coming in, I wish, because you're so masculine, but yet you're a huge Barbra Streisand fan. And I mean, I'm a big fan.
He can be. See, that's how you got to be very masculine to do that.
I'm a big Barbra Streisand fan of her films. I thought she was a fabulous director, and because I think she was a woman and a strong woman, they never gave her the credit, I think.
Right.
But you like her music.
Well, how many movies did she direct, Howard?
Well, there was Yenter.
There was
Yenter's
a better name.
Yenter.
Prince of Tides.
Prince of Tides was another one. The Way We Were, she didn't direct.
No, she did not.
But she did the one with Ryan O'Neal.
Ryan O'Neal, yeah.
I think she directed
the boxing one.
Yeah, I think she directed that, but I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Did she direct Main Event?
I don't think so.
Are you a Barbra Streisand fan musically?
No, I like her music. Just everything about her, you know. I mean, I grew up with Barbra Streisand, and she's just... I mean, even when you look at singers today, the difference in the quality of voice and even just that charisma that they had in those days, you know, she was the shit.
You know, it's unbelievable what's going on in music. It's almost not cool to be a musician anymore, right? But hey, are you putting out a rock record?
No.
Did you go to Marilyn Manson and Johnny Depp for advice?
What?
I don't even know. I mean, I got to say, I almost want to compliment these people on their imagination. They just sit and go, what can I say? What, you know?
Are you the victim of a lot of false tabloid reports?
Yeah, I get some insane stuff. Yeah.
Mostly about women, or mostly about like other stuff?
Probably mostly about women.
It's unbelievable the amount of women they got you linked to.
Yeah, I
mean, they have you having sex constantly. Like you were a little 2 minutes later.
You don't have time to act.
I think you were having sex in the elevator on the way.
Well, by the way, I was having sex in the elevator.
Oh, you were.
So it's not that I'm not always innocent, but the stuff that I hear, I'm like, oh, come on, really?
You're not that busy sexually.
I'm not that busy sexually. I got to tell you, there's many a time that I sit, because I mean, when I'm living in LA, there's so much. It's so often, you know, you sit in your bed on your own, you switch on the TV, and you're watching television, and you go, I know that right now there is some story out there about me shagging 3 women.
Right.
I wish they could see me now.
If you're by yourself and you're like, why is my life so boring? But you know what? Seriously, I as a guy who I wasn't blessed with your kind of looks and machismo, and so
may I say, he looks very good.
He looks good, right? You do look good. Like I own that same jacket, and I look like shit in it. You know what I mean? Like,
I've never noticed that jacket on you.
Yeah, I love that jacket, by the way. Maybe we should swap.
It would look a lot better on you. This jacket's pissed that I own it. So I should give you all my clothes, actually. You know what? Like for America's Got Talent, I went out. John Varvatos, I bought all his clothes.
I love John Varvatos.
Yeah, I got all his whole wardrobe. They helped me out. John helped me himself. And you know, at the end of the day, I still look like shit. I mean, so you got to look like you. When you were in Scotland growing up, were women always interested in you, or did it happen when you got in the movies?
That's a tough question. I mean,
How old were you when you lost your virginity?
I was 17.
Yeah, I was 16.
What, the women couldn't get to you? What happened?
I just didn't know what I was doing.
Were you not considered a very good-looking kid?
No. I mean, I was pretty popular at school, you know. And by the way, I remember the first time that I ever flirted with a girl, and she walked up the stairs, and I said something to her, and she said something back, and then we just looked at each other, and I held this look, and she gave this smile, and my heart it just almost
feeling.
exploded. And I went, that's what you do.
Right.
You hold a look, you give a little smile. And that was the first time I felt some stirrings down below. You know what?
17, it was a girlfriend, like a serious girlfriend?
No, it wasn't a girlfriend. It was just a girl at school. And she was walking upstairs, and I made a joke. She looked at me, and I held the look. And I'm like, oh, my God, this is fun. So I've got such an addictive personality that then all I did was flirt constantly, so I became...
But before you got laid, were you getting blowjobs and stuff a lot when you were like 14 or 13?
No.
No. Wow.
Other stuff, but not blowjobs.
Yeah, I mean...
Just making out and stuff.
Like, I would get freaky chicks to make love to me, and then, like, it would be long between girls. Like, it would be, like, months and sometimes a year. Like a desert. It was awful with this face. I had a nice... I didn't even have that good a personality, so everything was working against me. You know what I mean?
There was one girl in the chemistry class, and I remember we used to always these Bunsen burners in front of us, and we sat at the back, and she used to wear these black stockings, and she, oh my God, I would get so turned on, and we'd start putting our hands in each other's legs as a dare, and start working our way up to see where we would get.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
wow.
To me, that was even more exciting than losing my virginity.
Yeah, right. That's hot.
Oh, it's hot.
Because if you get caught, you're screwed, and it's like the whole thing.
And every time she'd let you go a little further.
Did you ever consummate with her, or did you? No,
never.
It was just something that happened in that class.
Once in the toilet at my house as well, but I mean, never.
What do you mean? She actually came over and she started to screw around.
Well, there's a crowd of us over at my house, and we ended up in there and kissing and kind of pressing against each other, and it was.
Why do you think you never made love to her?
I didn't know what I was doing. I mean,
you were that, yeah, right. Did porn help you learn how to do?
No, I wasn't.
That's what I learned from
porn.
From
really?
porn, yeah.
Okay.
That's why he was arrested several times.
yeah, I think you were supposed to just rip a woman's clothes off and do whatever you wanted to her. I didn't know you had to ask permission.
Okay, you're leading me to so many. I went through to my brother's house to visit him in Edinburgh when he was a student. I just started law school, and the guy in his room had a box, I swear to God, 4 feet high, full of porn magazines. I didn't have any porn magazines, and he was throwing them out. My brother said, "Do you want some of these?" And I was with 3 of my friends who were all law students, and I took a bunch. We get in the car, we drive back to Glasgow. I'm going into the university. They drop me in the middle. It's this street that everybody crosses. Everybody who's in the university, they all cross. And I used to be crazy. Well, I was still a little crazy, but I used to be really crazy. So I decided to do my French Connection impersonation. So I opened the door while he was still moving, and I dived out and rolled along the street.
Are you insane?
I'm insane.
How fast was this car moving?
Oh, it was slowing down. It was maybe 40 miles an hour. No, I'm joking. It was like just a couple of miles an hour. I roll on the ground, and I'm thinking, the boys are going to love me. That's crazy. My buddy Diarmid gets out the car with all the porn magazines. He throws them on the ground and he says, "And stay away, you fucking pervert!" And they drive off, and I'm left with about 20 porn magazines all on the ground, and everybody's looking at me, and I had to start picking them up one by one.
It's so embarrassing.
It was the most humiliating.
And like titty magazine.
And worse, they were like German. They were like serious deep throat porn.
Guys who love animals.
Yeah,
I mean, bad stuff.
Yeah, and I'm smiling, and I had to. I couldn't just walk away, so I'm like, laughing at people like as if it's just silly, picking them all up.
That reminds me of a story that happened to my wife. We get so much free porn here and sex toys and stuff.
Right.
So we had a friend. She said, Howard gets all those dildos. She hadn't been dating. She said, bring a couple of those dildos that he gets over to the house. So she wrapped them up in a paper bag. I gave them to her. She's walking down the street. What are the odds of this happening? The paper bag rips, and the dildos are all over the ground. And she had in front of like tons of people picking up like a black dildo, like 12 inches this long. You know what I mean? It's just so fucking embarrassing, right? I mean, it's too much. When you're picking up porn off the street, and women are probably like looking at you like you're dirt.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just awful.
By the way, there was another time you just reminded me. I was in a bar, and for some reason, I had it's not like I used to carry a lot of condoms around, but I had got a bunch, and I had 5, and I put them in the inside of my pocket, and I'm sitting in a bar. It was an old beaten-up denim jacket, and it had a hole in the inside. So I'm sitting talking to this guy, and there's a bunch of girls, and this girl walks over and says, "Excuse me, buddy," and she picks up 5 condoms from the ground.
Oh, my God.
That it looked like I'd crapped them out.
And then you look like a douche.
I mean, yeah. It was not my best moment.
Right, it's like, oh, there's Gerard Butler. The guy carries like 5 condoms because he knows he's going to get lucky.
By the way, now that I look back, I think it probably made me look pretty, pretty masculine. Yeah, babe. What about it?
Do you still wear a rubber when you're with a new chick?
Yeah,
you do.
Yeah, I'm going to say that anyway.
You have no idea how many guys I interview, single guys like yourself, good-looking dudes. They don't use rubbers. It's like, and they laugh at me because I use one.
You still use one?
Yeah. You're gonna
He's laughing at you too.
Yeah, I use one. But how am I supposed to have birth control?
Oh yeah, that's.
I mean, seriously, I don't want to, have more kids.
Does Gerard have like children floating around out there?
Apparently not. I mean, I always thought when 300 came out it was a big success. That I'm like, I was waiting for a call. I thought if there's somebody out there, this is the time.
This is the time.
Yeah, but I didn't hear anything.
Do you worry about your looks? Honestly, seriously, because I mean, all these women carry on. Everyone, how good looking, and part of the reason you get all these leading roles is because you look like a leading man. I mean, your new movie's coming out. It's you're a leading man type. Yeah. But do you have to sit? Do you worry like when you go and play sports or something that your face is going to get fucked up? Or I mean, I would be paranoid about that.
No, I'm not saying that you don't look in the mirror and go, God, I look like shit today, or I need to get more Botox or something.
Right. Did you get Botox?
No, I don't.
Would you ever do it?
No, I mean, I don't think like that. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think that. It's funny because I said to somebody, I said, "Look at this. Look at all these wrinkles I'm getting here." And he's like, "Dude, it looks. For a guy, we're lucky because it works. To me, it's character."
In a way, I've always considered myself blessed because I can never lose my looks. I never have. You know what I mean? Like guys like you have to worry about it. I don't.
You're that good-looking man. Stop saying that.
Yeah. But seriously. If a producer says to you, look, like they have the role of a lifetime for you. You read the script, you love them, they go, hey, listen, man, do a little Botox around your eyes or something. Would you do it if they told you?
Oh, if it was for a role,
you would do it.
Because I'd be just as happy to make myself look ugly, or get fat.
Right.
I'll if it's for a role and it's something you're really willing to commit to, then yeah, I mean, I would do it for that, but not for my life. I don't care enough like that. It's there's certain things in coming from Scotland that it's just you're not wired that way.
Scottish dudes are very masculine. They don't sit and think about Botoxing.
Yeah, when I came over here and guys started talking about trimming and stuff, I'm like, what the
trimming
fuck is that?
You don't trim your bush, do you?
No.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Are you circumcised?
No.
You're not?
We don't do that.
Do chicks freak out?
I still have the umbilical cord that ties to me.
They don't even cut that. You got that big giant belly button.
That's why. By the way, that's why I did lose my virginity till I was 17 because I tried it with my umbilical cord when I was 13, and it was just.
Do you have a big belly button? Do you have like a thing like? Do you have
an Audi?
You see that thing that's sticking out of your belly button?
Yeah. No, it goes.
I grew up in a very poor community,
right?
And some of the kids had belly buttons where there was like a stick coming out of it.
Oh, really?
Because they had botched like umbilical cord detachment, I guess. It was crazy stuff I used to see.
Oh, wow.
It was like a tail in front. I'm not shitting you. So if you're not circumcised, which by the way, I am so against circumcision. I mean, that's a man-made fucking thing. It's got to cut down on your sensitivity on your penis.
For sure.
I'm circumcised because, I grew up in America. That's what they do. They cut you. But it's got to be wrong.
I mean, I never having been circumcised, I can't say, but all I know is, for me, it's very sensitive.
Right.
And that's, when I'm having sex, that's the amazing.
But the chicks freak out. Do they ever sit there and go, oh no, he's not uncut, because some women just can't deal with it.
Yeah. I mean, there's times they're like, oh, wow, look at that.
Yeah.
I've never really seen...
Because they've never seen it before.
Yeah, and then they've never really seen one that small. I've never really seen one like,
I get that a lot.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they cut off too much of my circumcision. But do you have to teach a woman how to be with you sometimes because they don't know how to handle an uncircumcised
No,
penis?
I don't think it's that different. I mean, I don't...
Well, they got to pull back that skin, right? And then blow you.
Don't they have to pull back? Oh, no, I don't know. I don't know enough about it. Oh, really? It's not to pull back? I don't know. I've never handled an uncircumcised cock. I've never handled a circumcised cock.
If it was the right role, would you get circumcised for your...
No, that would be going too far.
Because Fred's uncircumcised, and he always talks about he had to learn how to clean the thing. There's always cheese in there and shit and all kinds of stuff together.
By the way, you only get that if you haven't been, if you haven't been careful in the first place. You got to. That's the thing. Your hygiene. You got to be a little more careful about hygiene.
Rightly so.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It's a good conversation.
Good morning. Let me tell you something. These chicks love you so much. You could sell your cheese on the open market. People would pay you. I'm telling you, these girls want it.
Okay.
Like Robin, if Gerard said, "Hey, look, I'm going to make love to you, but I haven't showered in a week, so you're going to have to put up with my cheese," you would. You would. You know you would. You would.
Stop it.
Seriously, Robin? Okay,
I know her. She would.
Okay, we'll talk after.
It's a nice snack afterward. Give me a break.
Please. Ugh.
So when you were growing up in Scotland, and I remember the last time we talked, you were a lawyer, which is crazy. I mean, you went to law school.
Going to law school anyway.
Yeah, and I mean, and then you decided to become a movie star and an actor. And I'm thinking about this. I'm looking at you now, and I remember the movie 300 where you really bulked up, and because you were saying earlier you would get fat for a role and stuff. I mean, you're super trim right now.
Yeah.
You must have put on 20, 30 pounds of muscle for 300.
It was about 30 pounds. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, that was months and months and months of training, and I don't know if I have that drive now, but then I was so driven because when I got that role, I mean, it's funny. It was crazy how I got that role because the producers and the directors said, we want you to play this. Yeah. But they were in a weird situation because the movie had just been greenlit. Warner Brothers were very nervous about it. So they didn't want to put me forward to the big cheese.
Everything we do is cheese.
The big cheese.
Yeah, right.
And Warner Brothers said,
were they nervous because you weren't a big name?
Yeah, basically, yeah. I mean, at that point, and they didn't know also, are they going to say that's, is Alan Horn, who was the president, then going to say that's the guy we want? So they said, we're going to do this in a weird way. We want you to personally call Alan Horn. So I had to...
Who's Alan?
Alan Horn was the president of Warner Brothers, right? And he's a sweetheart. And I knew him, but I called him, and it was embarrassing because an actor doesn't do that. You don't call the president in the studio. No. And he didn't know because they hadn't told him that I was their guy. So I had to call him, and he said, look, I appreciate the call, but this is not really the way we do it. You get nominated by these guys. They come to me and my right-hand man. And I said, I know, but just let me come in. And I'd never done that before. My way would be normally, oh, okay, sure. I said, just let me come in. He says, you know what, come in and have a coffee. So I went in and had a coffee.
Because you're not forward like that.
I'm not normally forward like that. And yet the roles that I got were always the ones that I actually was very proactive and just kind of made took a gamble.
So is that a good lesson for actors, that you have to sometimes be that pushy, aggressive guy even though it's against your nature?
Yeah, and you know what's interesting is that I was just talking about this the other day. As an actor, I think what happens when you start getting offers is you just look at those offers and you forget that the quality is always going to get higher when you have to fight for a role. So the roles that aren't coming your way, so you got to keep looking up rather than on a parallel level. And I think I was getting to a stage where I was just looking on a parallel level because actors get egos. You stop auditioning, you say, well, I'll only read this if it's an offer. And by the way, you get a lot of scripts, so you can't sit and read all day, but you can only, do so much. But it's always been in those times when I had to fight for something that tenacity comes out.
You're right. So after you have a couple of hit movies, all of a sudden you're like, hey, I don't have to audition for this. I don't have to go in and beg for this. But meanwhile, you're right. You can't lose that hunger because the good roles are the ones everyone's fighting over.
Exactly.
Who are you up against all the time? Is it like a type? Like, are you? Is it like you and two other guys?
Yeah.
Who's your guy?
Who is my guy? It depends on the role because sometimes they're kind of slanting a little older, so they might say it's you or Russell Crowe, or other times it maybe Jeremy Renner or Tom Hardy when you're going younger, and those guys are phenomenal.
Right.
And sometimes they come your way and sometimes they go there. And I always think they go the way they're supposed to go. Otherwise you make yourself crazy. And I learned that early on when this role I wanted so much. And the guy that got it is an English actor called Max Beasley. And it was a Scottish role and he's English.
Right.
And I thought, you know what? I could look at this two ways. I could be angry or I could say, good for him. He's managing to pull off getting that role in another accent.
Yeah.
So that should just inspire me to work harder, and one day I'll be that guy. And he had more of a name than me, so that one day I'll be glad that I'm the guy who has that name and will get those roles. So I try to look at it that way.
How hard is it for you to remove your Scottish accent when you go up for a role? I mean, is that difficult for you?
No, I've done it. By the way, I feel like I barely talk Scottish anymore. I listen to myself and I'm going, what am I? I sound, like I'm a hybrid because I've done as American in so many movies.
How do you learn to speak, with American, so to speak?
You go.
Like, who do you emulate? Like you can't go to a guy from Boston because he's got sort of like a Boston accent.
Unless you're playing a Boston guy, and that's a tough accent. Yeah.
Well, most people in movies speak in a general American accent.
Right.
So, and I don't try and focus on one person because then you're going to start getting caught up in their habits. But as much as watching TV and movies, what you do is you work with a dialect coach, and literally you sit and you run sounds. So you'll be like, it's for your eye, because in Scotland we say bright light.
Yeah.
We go eye. In America they go bright light. So you go, it's a bright light on a fine night but the thing is, there's the same rule for every accent. So I is a certain sound in America, and oo for moon. In Scotland we go moon, or we go good, and in Americans go good.
So if I said to you, say the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain without your accent.
Okay, hold on. Hold on, because you normally you got to get your mind.
This is the hardest thing, I think.
Okay, the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty good.
And normally you do warm-ups, because for American, you got to relax the lips, relax the tongue, and you got to just start talking like that.
Because if somebody hired me to play a Scottish guy,
right,
to stay in that vernacular, to stay in that accent,
that's what I was going to ask. On the set, do you stay American?
I do, but and that was the biggest thing as an actor that I did, because I was very shy to just walk around and improvise, and I realized one day it doesn't work when you're just going in for an audition and putting on an accent, because what starts happening is you start talking like this, and you neither get the performance or the accent.
Because that's so forced. You got to make it part of you. So you have to walk around all day.
So I started walking around. I started talking, and I thought it doesn't even matter if it's bad, because people don't know. They don't think that's a bad American accent. They just think he's lived here for a certain amount of years. You get every accent imaginable. And my best buddy was like, "Dude, you sound like an idiot." And I'm going, he's a director. I'm like, "You're supposed to be supporting me. Stop telling me that it doesn't sound American, because it doesn't matter right now. What matters is that I'm learning to laugh, to sigh, to go high,
to make it natural.
To make it natural, and it made all the difference to me.
Because I would imagine, like when I hear about Daniel Day-Lewis walking around as Lincoln all day, I think, wow, that guy's a fucking tool, But I get it in a sense. I mean, you got to stay in the voice, right?
Yeah. And he's British too, so he's dealing with it.
He should say that in his speech, by the way. I'm the tool that won the Oscar. That's why I act like a tool.
The guy's a great actor.
He's amazing.
Amazing actor. Yeah. But Jesus Christ, imagine him walking around all day as Lincoln, and then all of a sudden you take out your cell phone and he goes, "What's that?" It's I'm the president. I've never seen such a device. How far does he take it? He's probably still living as Lincoln. You know what I mean?
His wife said, "Why do you never answer my calls?" He said, "Because I don't know what's a call.
What's a phone?
Did you shout?
Why are you not yelling out your window? Who knows?" In your new movie, do you play an American?
I'm an American. Yeah.
Oh, no kidding. So was it tough or is it action?
No. Yeah, it was tough.
You play a guy who is... everybody's now... The new enemy is North Korea, because don't you play a guy who is protecting the president or something from North Koreans?
Yeah, but it's...
What are you, CIA or FBI?
I don't know. No, I'm Secret Service.
You're Secret Service?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It's cool, yeah. He was ex-Special Forces, and they often move into the Secret Service afterwards, so he was...
So what's the story? The North Koreans are attacking and you have to protect the president?
Yeah, that's basically what happens. I mean, you cut into the story earlier where I was special agent in charge, so I was the president's right-hand man.
Who plays the president?
Aaron Eckhart.
Oh, no kidding. That dude from Two-Face?
Well, that's a very young president, isn't it?
That's Two-Face.
Because, we wanted to... You often, when you get presidents in movies, there's that kind of, I don't know, standard, very polished, a little dead... there's a caricature that they have of presidents, and we wanted to make ours young and fresh with a bit of attitude, because, it's really a movie about heroes and how in a situation like that, it kind of makes it, in your darkest hour, how we rise to the challenge. And we wanted a president with a bit of bite. I mean, we open with a boxing scene. I'm boxing with Aaron, because I'm teaching. The movie's really about keeping your guard up. And
You're boxing with him because you're teaching him how to fight.
Yeah, because we fight. I mean, most presidents stay fit. They go running, they train, they play golf, especially Bush. And
Bush they couldn't get him off the golf course.
That's all he did.
And I'm afraid Obama might be turning into that too. We got to get him off the golf course too.
You got to go back to the White House. What's that?
Right. In the movie, do you bring in Ambassador Dennis Rodman to meet with the North Koreans? Wouldn't that be a cool move?
Yeah. But by the way, it's. The political backdrop is, there's a lot of tension between North Korea, South Korea, and America.
Right.
But the North Koreans in this are not the bad guys. They're just the unpredictable guys. We don't know. It's a black hole there. We don't know what they're going to do, because you just never know what they're going to do anyway. You always want to set a movie. You look at the global climate and you say, wait, if we made a movie about Spanish terrorists, nobody would go and see it, because they're like, what? They're from Jamaica. Like, what?
Is that guy from Gangnam Style in your movie at all? Does he play the enemy?
He's the leader of North Korea.
Oh, Gangnam Style.
Yeah, and he gets in because everybody's just like, what the fuck is that?
And then he fucks with the president and he has to box the guy from Gangnam Style. I can't wait to see this.
That's correct.
That's right, like a big dance attack.
But they're actually terrorists. It's a militia force. So it's you know, as it often, it's more style perhaps than Osama bin Laden, where, yeah, he has his politics, but there's a personal vendetta going on because of what happened in his own life. And so
Costner played a good Secret Service guy. Kevin Costner, when he was protecting...
No Way Out?
He was protecting Whitney Houston.
By the way, you want to hear something crazy?
Yeah.
I was an extra in that movie.
You're kidding?
I took a year out in America, and I was living like a bum. I ended up joining a traveling carnival and working in...
This is after you became a lawyer.
No,
and your parents wanted to kill you because you wanted to be an actor.
No, this is before that. This is when they wanted to kill me because I took a year out after my honours degree, but I still had to go back and do a diploma in legal practice and then train in a law firm for 2 years.
Right.
So this was before that. I went over there on a work exchange program for the summer, and then the day I was supposed to come home, I was still technically president of the Law Society of Glasgow. I called my mum and said, I'm not coming back.
I'm going to join a circus.
I'm going to join a traveling circus.
I would have killed you. I would have beat your ass into the ground.
That was pretty much her life.
They were probably like, what are you wasting your time with this for? They must have thought you were the biggest screwball on the planet.
Screwball, but I think she also knew that, listen, once I went back, I was facing a life as a lawyer, and I'm not. That sounds like, you know, I'm not
for you,
saying
that would have been hell.
Well, but not just hell. If it had been, no matter what it was going to be, you were committing to a lifelong career where you have your 2 weeks holiday a year, and I thought I need to go. I need to do some damage.
But imagine you as a lawyer with your looks. I mean, you got so much corporate pussy. It would.
But wait a minute, they have to wear. Do they wear those wigs in Scottish
By the way,
courts?
what's saying I don't know?
You probably do. God knows I can't even keep up with you.
But do they wear those wigs in Scottish court?
Yeah, they do.
You would look good in
So
that.
you'd have had to.
I don't need a wig. I've got that. I've got that look. I just got to dye.
You've got that puffy hair.
So what do you mean you joined? What did you do in the traveling circus?
No, it was a traveling carnival. So I was working on it was a device called the 𝗦𝗵cie wire. You know, that goes round in a spiral, and you got to.
You ran a ride?
No, it's a concession stand.
Right.
So people come and they pay $2 and they try to take it down without touching the wire, and it's pretty much impossible to do, especially because there's an arm at the back that holds it, and if you do it standing behind it, then you can do it. But if you're in front of it, you can't. You can't. But they win this massive teddy bear, and you're like, come on, win the biggest bear in the fair, $2 a shot. I'll give you 2 for $5.
You?
That was me.
Yeah, you guys ripped me off. I think I lost that. So while you're doing that, you say, hey, let me go check out the movie business, and you go and you're an extra on that movie.
Yeah, I wasn't even checking out the movie business, but my buddy who I'd met years before in Spain, who it turns out his father was Alan Marshall, who was a big producer. He produced Basic Instinct, produced Bugsy Malone. He did Jacob's Ladder. And by the way, he's now an assistant director and a second unit director. Now check this out. This is 23 years later. When I was in Spain, I was on holiday with my family. We were there for 2 weeks. I met him. I had to go home, and he's like, dude, stay at my place. I've got buddies coming out. So I stayed at his place, and I had no money. So I painted his house. His mum gave me money to paint his house so I could stay out in Spain. And he worked on this movie, Olympus Has Fallen.
Wow.
He was like,
that's crazy.
Coming. So he
full
was
circle.
Full circle. So it was kind of amazing that all those years later that.
You nervous?
You know what? You always get nervous before a movie comes out, but the reason I'm nervous about this movie is because
you got back end.
Yeah. Well, I always do, but recently I haven't seen even close to anything on it.
Right.
But honestly, these last couple of days have been really exciting because I did 80 interviews yesterday. 80.
Do you like that?
No, I don't like it.
Yeah.
But I like it when people are coming in because what we did was really smart because the movie is fantastic and it's exciting and it's very provocative and it's emotional and it's patriotic.
Have you gotten reviews yet?
Yeah, so we've been getting reviews. They give you quick reviews. The reviews don't come out to the day of.
Right.
But the reviewers have been loving it, and we've been screening it. These 300 word-of-mouth screenings we did all over the country.
Yeah.
And they are screaming and they're shouting at the screen.
Action film.
It's an action film, but it's also
any nudity?
No.
Any chicks naked?
Jared gets
No, that would still be nudity, but no.
No chicks naked?
No chicks naked, no.
Who decided that?
I tried.
Right.
I mean, and
you
I was
make
even
love to any women in the movie?
No.
Wow, that's real action. That's the move now. Like, no one's James Bond anymore. Like, most of these action dudes don't actually make love to women. They're almost above it. Sylvester Stallone started that, I think.
Yeah, yes, that's a good point, actually, because it becomes a little namby-pamby after that. Then it goes towards the romantic thing. This is hardcore. It's hardcore, but at the same time, there's it's a very emotional experience, and I have a wife in it. Because after a tragedy at the beginning of the movie where me, in performing my duty, there's a car accident, I have to save the president. But in doing so, I literally have to pull him off of his wife. And they go over the...
Would you love to be James Bond? I could see you as a James Bond type.
I could... Listen...
Is this your James Bond, this movie?
I mean... Any movie that's an action thriller where you're working for the government against the bad guys then could be compared to James Bond, but it doesn't feel anything like James Bond.
Would you love that? I mean, would that be something you'd want, or is it too...
No. To be honest, to be Bond number 17 is not...
Because you're going to be compared to all the other ones. And what if you don't do well? Then
yeah.
And
there was Sean Connery, was pretty hard to top. Daniel Craig, I really loved the last movie. I thought that's when it...
Yeah, a lot of people did. Yeah,
that's when it clicked in. That was a piece of class.
I could see you doing that, though.
No, by the way, I totally think I could do it.
When you of course you could. When you pull the president off his wife, she's not naked?
No,
what kind of movie is this? That the president's wife isn't naked?
What do you call that when you pull a costume and it just comes off?
The breakaway.
The breakaway.
Right? Yeah.
I suggested it.
He's banging his wife, and you pull him off, and she's not nude.
And she's not nude.
And does your character go, "What the fuck? Why are you wearing clothes when you're making love to the president?"
And he said, "What the fuck? My wife just died, you dick." Anyway, but so you cut into the movie, and I'm now in a desk job. I'm like a caged animal. I'm bouncing my ball off the screen. I train my life to to be of service. Did
you audition for this movie?
No. I produced this movie.
You got this role. This is your role.
And it's 𝗦𝗵cie𝘄 who directed Training Day. So I mean, we have Aaron Eckhart, we have Morgan Freeman, Melissa Leo.
Freeman, he's good.
Melissa Leo, who won the Oscar for The Fighter. We have Ashley Judd, Dylan McDermott, Cole-Hauser.
Did you have sex with Ashley Judd? She's newly divorced, right?
No, I have sex with Dylan McDermott. But
You did?
It's a spoiler.
Yeah. You didn't mind that you were uncircumcised? I'm glad to hear you have a small penis, though, with all the women you get.
Oh, yeah, it's small.